Now scream queen with a million smiles. Catching all the love from around the world. Hey Shelly, won't you shine your light, shine your light in the darkest times? You make it bright, Life's dreams, we're all by your side, Keep on doing what you do, girl. You're one of a kind, Shelly, Shelly, you're our light street star. Keep rocking your show, no matter where you are.
Hey, Shelly from the block. Jersey girl with a mouth that won't stop, no. Sassy, and I'm not afraid to show it. Gonna spill the tea, you better be ready for it. I speak my mind, no filter inside. Shelly's in the house, talking trash and truth. No sugar-coated blues. Out the way. Jersey girl with something to say. Shelly's in the house, time to break the rules. From Bulls to the city, I'm the queen of cool. You can handle the heat, then take the high. Shelly's in the house, drop the mic.
Hey, Shelly in the house tonight. Living it up, feeling so right. Yeah. Me with Jersey girl, she's got that style. Live stream queen with a million smiles. And she know the love from around the world. Hey Shelly, won't you shine your light? It's time to make it right. Live stream queens with a wayside. You're one of a kind. Shelly, Shelly, you're a live stream star. Keep rocking the show no matter where you are. Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. This is Shelly, your mouthy mama at Talking Trash and Truth. This is Coffee and Chaos with T3. That's me. Sorry for the late start. I know I'm 2.5 hours later than usual, but there's not much I could do about that because the government is pain in my ass. You didn't know what PETA meant? It's pain in the ass. That's what that stands for. Government is a pain in the ass. It is Wednesday, March 20th. I believe it's the first day of spring. I could be wrong because I haven't slept a whole bunch, but it is 12:03 p.m. on the East Coast. It is cold, y'all. I don't know what happened. Monday, we hit almost 80 degrees, and now today it's down to like 42. The fuck? Anyway, if you're just tuning in, welcome to the shit show that is my life. So, before I get into it, I want to see who's here. We got, 9 o'clock this morning. Daisy Girl was over in YouTube saying hi. Said, see you in a bit. Off to future conflict. I expect nothing less from you, Lovey. So I personally love this time slot. You're so funny. Judge Maddie was also chiming in at 9 o'clock. Hi, honey. He said, not me, Daisy Girl. I'll be sleeping. Y'all have fun. I wish I was sleeping. I really do. Wolford dropping links. Thank you very much. I don't know what link you didn't drop. Checks to make sure he got the right link this night. Yeah, I believe you did. Yep. You were here at 10 o'clock. Thank you for doing everything you do. You and Mims keep the ball rolling all the time. We got Outpost Nerd, 10 o'clock morning, y'all. See, y'all just chiming in early. I put noon. I did. I made sure of it. If I'm too loud, just turn me down. I have no volume control. Read the subtitle. Took Xanax. Be kind. I am fucked up right now. No sleep and Xanax. No food because I keep wanting to hurl because my nerves are shot. So yeah, no. Well, like I said, welcome to the shit show. I don't think it's going to be a long stream. I know Winning canceled his show tonight. So he'll be doing Unveiling Reality next Wednesday. But I'm pretty sure he's got something lined up for tomorrow. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. Wolfram wipes his paws, lopes in, and howls. Ooh. I like to experiment with the howls. I never know if they're going to be like questioning or sexy or what. I don't know. But I'll try them all. Fuck it. Cool Gamer. Hi, Cool Gamer. How are you? I hope you're well. Look who it is. It's 357 Sig beats the 9mm. Where are my Jersey girls? I'm right here. Where else would I be? I'm with you fine people. I could have canceled the show and I probably should have, but I didn't want to. I wanted to be here for you guys and just say hi, talk to you, let you know what's up. No, he got a little bleh face. He's so cute. Daisy girl dancing her ass off on the other side over. Oh, she's in YouTube. You're not over in Rumble. What happened? Why aren't you in Rumble? Why am I whispering? I don't know. I told you I'm fucked up. 357 said, oh, dagnabbit, it is afternoon. Wait a minute. 357 said, oh, Mimsy, I missed you completely, honey. I am so sorry. I love you so much. No, I went right from nerd to howling. I'm sorry, baby. Hi, Mimsy. How are you, honey? My chat would not run without you and Wolfram being on the ball. And I know you guys don't like to be thanked, but I really do appreciate you very much. You have no idea. 357 in the arse. Yep. He said, oh, dagnabbit, it is afternoon in the arse. I mean, it's dagnabbit, it's afternoon outside your arse, too. Arse. You said arse. It's so funny. Anyway, let's see what else. Daisy Girl said, I'm having device issues. Can't rumble today. Aw, they'll miss you over there. I'm sorry you're having device issues. I'm just having issues. So 357, Shelly, I'm laughing with you. I'm glad you're laughing with me. Yamaha Biker. Oh, the velveteen voice from the deep. That's Yamaha Biker. Have that man tell you a story. You'll be a very, very happy person. I'm taking a break to get some Shelly, that is. The nooner is just a coincidence. Hey, we all like a little afternoon delight. I love afternoon delight. I like morning delight, afternoon delight, dinner delight, dessert delight, midnight delight, for the hell of a delight. I'd like to get it 3 times a day and 7 times on Sunday, because it's God's number. Blasphemous. I know. Whatever. I'm going to hell. It doesn't matter. Daisy Girl Williams. Hey, Judge Maddie has been hanging with me, Darth, and Jacob over on the Future Conflict. Which Jacob? We got 2. And I don't want to, leave one of them out. Future Conflict Channel 2. Today's episode is worth a watch for people not into the military stuff. Talk about when our water supply, when our water supply is attacked. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about. One of you send me a link to that in my Discord, please? If you're not signed up to my Discord, my mic may go wonky. Give it a second. Discord and StreamYard do not get along on my computer. I'm not entirely sure why. Copy. Close. Why is Nitro always trying to sell me some shit? If you do not have access to my Discord, I just put my Discord link in there. Just send me a friend request, whatever. If you could DM me, you could go into my server, see put ideas that you have for streams, post pictures, music, whatever. Just don't be dirty. I know coming from me, it's weird, but Discord's an asshole almost as much as YouTube sometimes. But yeah, it's post recipes, post all sorts of stuff. I know I really have to get on that Discord. I really need to like post my own recipes and everything, but I fucking forget. I fucking forget. You ever forgot? It happened to me. So yeah, send me a link to that future conflict thing. I'd like to check that out. If you enjoy a spooky twisted tale, that's right. Thank you for throwing his link up there. I appreciate it. Definitely go to I Have a Stories YouTube channel. You will not be disappointed. Suzanne. Hi, Suzanne's over on Rumble. See, now she has access to Rumble. She's going to be over there all the time cursing her ass off. I love it. Love it. You can say whatever you want over there, and they ain't going to say boo to you. Yamaha is laughing. That's a kind of laugh. Oh, Lord. Love that I have a story channel. I know, right? 357 said, my ex had to explain the nooner to me. I just called it lunch. Well, it depends on if you're, pumping or eating. There's a difference. Shit, I had many, many quickies on my lunch breaks when I worked at Shipco. And then I went into education. There was just no sex to be had anywhere. I mean, they were a bunch of hoes. I could have fucked most of my colleagues, but never shit where you eat. At least when I worked for Shipco when I was in accounting, my boyfriend only worked like 8 blocks away, and his sister had an apartment in the building behind our building where my office was. So she worked during the day. He had a case. So we just run up there. If she knew, and her name's Michelle too, which made things very strange sometimes. But if she only knew how many times I got banged out on that floor, Lord, Jesus. I mean, we did it in her bed, in her kitchen, in her bathroom, on the floor, on the couch, on the table, on the kitchen counter next to the stove while I made friggin' lunch because, bitch, I can multitask like a motherfucker if I'm motivated enough. All over the place. The wall, the floor, the whatever. It didn't matter. If there was a surface, we hit it. And unfortunately, he was so quick. Like, we had tons of time to cook and eat as well. So, meh. Which I guess, okay. But, sometimes when it's real quick like that, I used to, like, look at him and be like, why did I get my legs waxed? For what? For what? Like, it literally takes me longer to do one strip of wax on my leg than it takes you to have sex, you fucking degenerate. Anyway, I'm on break from listening to Congress. I was listening to that while I was on hold with the many, many, many governmental representatives I had to talk to this morning, and they all sucked. Yamaha Biker at Daisy Girl, thank you. I appreciate that. Hope you continue along for the ride and enjoy. I mean, who doesn't love a good story told to you by an amazing voice? Come on now. Some nights if that puts you to sleep, you have some good dreams, guys. I'm telling you, highly recommend. Highly recommend. Plus, if you haven't had a conversation with Yamaha Biker, please do. He's such a sweetheart. Everybody in my chat is wonderful, but Yamaha Biker is definitely a sweetheart. He is. He's a honey. 357. Yes, we need some rib sticking recipes. I mean, listen, I grew up learning how to cook from a Depression era grandma. I don't cook for 1 or 2 people. I cook for an army. And whatever I feed you, you're going to be full real quick. And it's going to be delicious. Because I love to cook. I love to feed people. See, that's the mama and the guinea. They meet in the middle and it's just like, here's food. Like, that's all I want to do. I just want to hug you and squeeze you, smack you in the back of the head when you're stupid, tell you about yourself, and feed you. It's all out of love. It is. Outpost said, what about second breakfast or 11sies? How about luncheon or afternoon tea, dinner, supper? I mean, I already got problems with my legs. You want me to be crippled for real? Seriously, nerd. Like, if I fuck that much during the day, especially the way I do it, I will never walk again. I will walk like John Wayne. There will be a gap that you could run a train through. Stop it. I'll be shell shocked. My brains will be rattled. I'll have no hair in the back because I like getting my hair pulled. But no, and I'd never be able to sit because my ass would be sore from spanking. So no, I can't do it that often. 3 times a day is just fine. 7 times on Sunday because, Lord's Day. If I'm going to spend time on my knees, it's going to be worthwhile. Okay? Like I said, I might have taken 2 Xanax instead of just the 1 because I was super upset. I didn't take them at the same time. That's a disclaimer. Let me say I did not take them at the same time. I took one at 7:30 this morning because I was in the middle of a giant panic attack and I had to call Social Security. Motherfuckers that they are. And then they got me so upset that around 9:00, I had to take another one because I was flipping out. So by the time now rolled around, I've had, 2. One last night, but two this morning. But they were apart a little bit, but I think there's a little bit of an overlap because I feel kind of really like, fuck it. Like that's basically like my whole attitude right now. And that's fine. Fuck it. 357 said, oof, yeah, never dip your pen in the company ink. That's right. Unless you're planning on leaving that job and never going back, in which case, fuck them all. Oh, just line those dicks up and your turn. Like, just do it. Fuck it. If I knew in high school that your reputation really kind of don't mean shit, I think I would have been a giant hoe. I probably would have been. Just to get it out of my system. But no, I had all these friggin' morals and principles, and it was just, and fear. Fear was a big one. So no, I was a good girl. I mean, I had a girlfriend for a fucking year, but for the most part, I was a good girl. I used that time to to learn skills from the choice 1 or 2 people. Mimsy said, help T3 Shelly grow on Rumble. Thank you, honey. Rumble is slow going. I have, I think, 64 people. Oh no, Yamaha biker. At T3, I was crying laughing on Shizzy's story time last Sunday. You need to check the part out about Valhalla and my and my mental picture. The tears and stomach pain was real. Absolutely. And I know I'll forget because I'm fucked up right now. Can somebody again find that and send a link to my Discord? I'd love you forever if you did. But yeah, I do enjoy those. Those are funny. I will check that out though. Let me write it down. I'm gonna write it down. If I could find the pen that I know I threw like 3 pens out here. Okay, so Shizzy Sunday Valhalla spicy. That's the spicy stream, right? All right. I wrote it down. Yo, my handwriting is terrible right now. That's terrible. I have such pretty handwriting. I used to. I used to draw. Did you guys know I used to draw? I did. I used to draw all sorts of stuff. I used to paint, draw. I used to sculpt. I could sculpt either on a pottery wheel or you could just give me a big hunk of clay and I had this specialty where I would form it into two people embracing. And it would always be like a tall male and a shorter female with long hair. And they would be embracing and kissing and like she would be in a nice long flowing gown and he would be, like in a regular, like button down shirt. I mean, you could tell from like the cuffs that I made, but it was very, very detailed, but yet not specific so that you could easily see yourself in either, person. And I used to use this beautiful red clay, which now I find out is Georgia clay. It's actually called that. And which I think is funny. I've been using that since literally I'm like 3 years old. And they were just nice little statues. They stood, I don't know, about a foot high. And my friends loved these because I would, I'd air dry them, whatever. It wasn't the kind of clay you had to bake because I don't have a kiln, which one day I would love one, but I don't have one now. So I didn't paint them or anything. They were very rustic looking. And my friends fucking loved them. Can you make one of me and my, whatever? And yeah. And I used to love doing that. And here's the thing. Nobody knows this. Winning knows. I was talking to Nick Ricada, and I told him that I used to do this, and he couldn't quite, I guess, get the image in his head. So I sketched it out real quick, what it looked like. And he was like, oh, yeah, that's cute. 2 months later, he shows up with a tattoo of the exact same thing and says that the artist did it. Only it was more like, it was a lot, it wasn't as refined of a picture. It was more scratchy, like sketchy looking. Almost like, like it came out of like that Aha video. Remember that one? Take on me, take on me, take on me. That one. Like with the little lines everywhere. Like it looked like that. But I was like, this motherfucker really like took my idea. And now so my idea, like whether he realizes it or not, because this is Nick, is now a permanent part of his body. How fucking cool is that? I love that. Anyway. So yeah, but when he saw it, I was like, oh, this motherfucker. You know what? You know what, Nick? You know what, Nick?
Fuck you, you weird. Go away.
Motherfucker!
Oh, God damn it.
You wear a pseudo version of my sketches on your back.
Shit.
Yep. But you know what?
Good luck. We're all counting on you.
Sure are. We sure are. Speaking of sure are. I watched Monty last night at like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. That man fascinates me sometimes. He really does. I even sent him a $5 super chat to thank him for that spam radio video because I thoroughly enjoyed that. I hate that him and Nick don't get along. It bothers me. It really does because I don't think he's a bad guy. I mean, I love my Nick. I will always side with my Nick. Always, 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 always. But I don't know. I don't think Monty's a bad dude. I really don't. I think he's a little wild. I think he's a little out there. But I think he's got people that flock to him and enjoy him. And you know what? His chat, they listen to him because he's like, don't get wild in here. I will fucking throw you out. I will dox you and throw your ass out. And good for him. Good for him. I kind of wish Nick's chat was a little calmer. I don't know. Sometimes I jump in feet first and I go full degenerate. And sometimes I'm like, bro, I can't. Like, y'all are just mean. Just mean in his chat. Oof. But, it's the price you pay. Daisy Girl said Sue's gonna be wild as fuck with her Rumble wings. Mm-hmm. Yep, she's gonna spread those wings on Rumble and see where it takes her. 357's also lurking on the Rumbles. Thank you guys. Hit that like button over there because nobody ever does. And well, we'll talk about my current issues with streaming lately. By the way, Biden impeachment hearing going on in Congress today as well. I'm on a break. I know I watched some of it and the lying, those motherfuckers. I swear to God, these goddamn Democrats. I mean, I'm a registered Democrat, but damn, like they lie like they breathe. I don't get it. Like, how do you go to sleep at night? These people have no consciences whatsoever. The whole Fannie Willis thing in Georgia and the Hunter Biden thing up there. It's like, geez. And they're like, oh, Putin's a terrible person. Yeah, but he runs the shit out of his country. He takes care of all his people, whether they want him to or not. Y'all are killing us. When I think of what I went through this morning, and I think of all those illegal migrants who are getting shit for nothing, I'm pissed. I am pissed. I know I don't sound pissed because it's kind of hard to get really worked up when you're this kind of subdued. But Yamaha biker, the sleeping part I enjoy helping with. The rest that's on you. Well, me. Shelly was from the window to the walls. That was me in the hospital, remember? Oh my goodness. For all that don't know, when I was in the hospital, the therapy nurse, the physical therapy lady, would come around to make me like go walking and whatever, try to get me moving. And at first, because I had this huge, like really infected wound on my calf, which was going to kill me. And they say, yeah, it's either going to kill you or we're going to cut your leg off right above the knee, which I was like, how about no to both? Like, I'll fight this shit. It's fine. Get me up, give me drugs, whatever. And that's what they did. They pumped me full of all these hardcore antibiotics for 2 weeks. And I had to do like all these leg exercises and walking around. And she was worried the first time. So she was like, all right, come on. We're going to walk to the door. And then on the opposite wall from the door was the wall with the window. She was like, and then we're going to turn around and we're going to the window. And I just looked at her and I was like, I can't not do it. And I was like, so you're saying I'm going to go from the window to the walls to the sweat drip from my balls? And I yelled that shit at the door. So it echoed down the whole hallway where there's a good like 30, 40 rooms because I was on the wound care floor. Very nice people. I love them all. They were wonderful both times I was there. But yeah, everybody heard it. And she was just like, ugh, but they were hysterical. So every time we had it, like every time I turn, I go, here I go. I'm going from the window to the wall. And I just couldn't stop singing it. But I mean, that's what I do. I make people laugh. The smack to the back of the head is true love. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. If I don't hit you in the back of the head at least once when we're face to face, I don't think very much of you. Just like if I don't like tease you or call you like nicknames or like bust your chops or whatever, like if I'm not sometimes really obnoxious and cutting, I don't like you. If I'm always, hi, whatever, yeah, okay, bye. Like, I don't like you. I just tolerate you. But if I've ever like joked around with you or like said something really inappropriate or offensive, I like you. Like that's one of my love languages. It's weird. I know. I'm an abrasive bitch. I can't help it. Love me or leave me. If you don't like it, fuck off. Outpost nerd. Ha ha ha. John Way. I mean, sometimes it depends on who's on top too. Yamaha, and I thought they won't they won't shit right for a month was the point and to the point and descriptive. Okay. They won't shit right for a month? Why did they eat too much rice? 357, don't bring John Wayne into this. John Wayne had one hell of a walk. Come on now. And if I spend like all day just bumping uglies, I'm either gonna look like I'm gonna walk like John Wayne or like Mae West. Either way, come up and see me sometime. How you doing? Marriage is an institution, and I'm way too young to be in an institution. Yamaha Biker, was that a Bad Santa quote? I don't know. I think I saw that movie once. Bad Santa, that's Billy Bob Thornton. Ew, he schwicks me out, man. He's weird. He's creepy. Creepy. I haven't seen that for a while, but entirely possible. I've been a fan of saying that for a while. Nice. Suzanne said, fine, snobs. I'll say hello here. Oh, honey. No, I love that you were keeping my rumble down, but I love you on YouTube anyway. I just love you. I'm glad you're back to your old self. And you didn't tell us how many kitty cats you wound up with. We want pictures. You have my Discord. Throw pictures on Discord. I want kitty pictures. It's in there. Yamaha. Old Billy Bob. Billy Bob's gross. The fact that he got to have sex with Angelina Jolie still burns my ass. I see now she's like I don't know, she's a weird stick figure looking, like praying mantis looking bitch that'll probably rip your head off after she fucks you. But you know what I really wanted her? When she was in that movie, Gia. Oh, number one, she's naked through most of the goddamn movie, which is fabulous premise for a movie. I really enjoyed the movie. I even have it on DVD just in case it ever disappears somewhere. I got that bitch. But God, she was hot. Her tits were perfect. Her ass was perfect. She had those big lips. She was young. She was funny. She wasn't all politically minded. And she always had bedhead. Who doesn't want to fuck a girl that has bedhead all the time? Daisy said, I am whittling a wooden pickle. Here's the thing, Daisy. Just remember one word when you're whittling that pickle. Splinters. Okay? You don't want those splinters. You don't. Trust me. Saying hello to Nerd. Daisy, hello. Mimsy, hello. Suzanne is so good about her individual hellos. I always love that. That was so funny. I love it. I love it. And she's got me doing that too. I always do that one at a time. That's how you know when I'm tired. If I'm in somebody's chat and I just like, yeah, hi y'all. That means I'm fucking done. Like I've had it. Keep drawing and sculpting, Nerd. I think it was around 112 area. I watched a couple of times. It got funnier every time. I'm such a dork. But we love you, Yamaha. You're awesome. Link is in you, DM Shelly. Phrasing. Link is in you. Oh, I didn't feel it. Y'all know that's one of my favorite pickup lines. If somebody's like, how you feeling? I'm like, I don't know. Why don't you come over here and feel me? Garth Brookster had a song, Neck is Red as Alabama Clay. Nice. Southern Clay is red. Facts. Yes. Yes. That's why they're so passionate down there. 357. He's trying to get me to sing. He said, I'm taking the Greyhound on the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind. I love Billy Joel. Suzanne said, "Did you say Monty?" Yes, Monty. I happen to enjoy Monty. I think he's funny. I think that's the point. I know he's serious a lot of the time, and I have a very healthy respect for what he does. It takes a lot of balls to go out there and just be you. Like, I'm me, but I try not to offend everybody. He don't give a fuck. You fuck with him, he's like, yeah, coming for you. He don't care who you are. He don't. And I was so upset last night over this bullshit with goddamn government. I was tempted to put like, hey, Monty, I need help. But I was like, nah, let me deal with this shit on my own. But yeah, no, Monty's all right. Like I said, I hate that him and Nick have this thing going. I hate it. I hate it so much. I don't like conflict. People think I love conflict. No, I like to fight. There's a difference. And I don't mean fight like argue. I mean, I'll argue you into the ground. I don't give a fuck who you are. But I like to punch people in the face. Like that's just me. I'm a violent, rage-filled person, if you push me. Once that flip takes over, there's no going back. Y'all wanted me to do a drink-a-thon once. You were like, oh, I'd love to see Shelly drunk. Nah, you wouldn't. Because this is pretty much me drunk, only I'll just tell you all day long that I just love you. I just love you. And then I'll tell you about yourself, but I'll tell you I still love you. So yeah, you don't want me drinking. Because this is what this feels like. Only, I don't know, at like maybe twice the speed, probably, or 3 times the speed. I do talk very, 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 very fast when I drink. I don't seem to think I do, but apparently I'm like super speed. Marty once asked me if I was going to break my tongue because he was afraid. And he was like, I've never heard you talk that fast. I'm like, oh, whatever. I'm like, you never hear me talk anyway, you ADHD fuck, because you don't pay attention. He was like, see? He was like, and there you are. But yeah, me drunk is it's not a good look. I'm sure this is going to make me cringe much later if I ever listen to it. So I won't listen to it and I just won't give a fuck. Another show in the books. As long as I'm here having fun with you guys and you're laughing, that's all that matters to me. Suzanne said, Daisy Girl Williams, you know it. F-bombs everywhere. There's a lot of F words you can use over there. A lot of them. Nick has some favorites. Sometimes when he finishes his YouTube, I can't talk, his YouTube, he just goes right into Rumble and he's like, we are now on Rumble. And he just lets that one word out. And sometimes he'll say it like 4 or 5 times, like, all right, I feel better. And you'll see his chat is just, Finook, 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 Finook. The whole thing. It's just like, all right, they held it in as long as they could. Daisy Girl Williams, like names of supplies to add to water after attack if it comes here. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, definitely. I definitely want that link because I think that would be really interesting. I've been getting a lot more into prepping and stuff like that just to see like the stuff I have to do once I move. Because I want to take all that into account when I'm picking out property and whatever, because I don't want to be near people. Not very near people, at least, but I don't want to be so far away that I can't run for it if I have to. I also want areas for animals and, I want a big garden area. I love gardening. I hate weeding, but I love gardening. Unfortunately, with one comes the other. Susie, I know you running around half naked with no shoes on. Mm-hmm. But is it the top or the bottom that's naked? We won't know yet. 357's laughing at me. That's okay. Mwah. Daisy Williams, stop looking at my windows. There you go. Pictures or it didn't happen. Popper, hi, honey. She said, good to see you, Shelly. Hope today's been going well for you. Well, I spent 3 hours arguing with government representatives on the phone. I made about 8, 9 phone calls before I got through and got it settled. I did get it settled though, so they could suck my dick. Uh, I was mean, y'all. Even while I was mean and I was crying, I ran the gamut. But we'll get to that. Do. But welcome, Puffer. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. T3, you had sepsis as well. Yes, I did. I had sepsis. I had what the hell was it called? Antibiotic resistant staphylococcus infection and antibiotic resistant pseudomonas infection. And it felt like my leg was constantly on fire. What it felt like. Then the both legs. It was just bad. I also had no bottoms to my feet because the lymph liquid from the damn infection burnt them off. It was great. It was great. It was just great. And I managed to stream. I don't remember anything that I said. I know I sounded absolutely freaking retarded, but whatever. Alrighty. Well then, fine. She hates me. Who hates you? Nobody hates you. We love you. Ain't gonna shit right for a month. Okay. Miss you too, Puffer. You and I together is beyond wild. Mae West was a goddess. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Hope you're good. I'm still catching up. I'm not that far behind, only 10 minutes. Suzanne, we will not be talking about that furry beast. She still won't spit him out. She's big as a house. Aw, listen, everything in its time. Cats they wait. They wait and wait and wait until you go to sleep. They're like, oh, finally, I can have my kittens in peace. Angelina isn't my cup of tea at all. She's a skeleton, not a fan of skinny girls. Also, I said not now. When she was in the movie Gia, she was hot. Oh my God. She had meat on her bones and everything. Look, it's Grimmy. It's Grimmy. Can somebody throw Grimm's link up in there? And he finished that song, y'all. What the hell was it called? God damn. I'm sorry, Grimmy. I took like a lot of Xanax, so I don't really remember that. God, what was it? Runaway? Was it Runaway? I think the one that you made that we played in here. It was fantastic though. So guys, make sure you check out Grimmy's music. He works really hard on this stuff, and I tell you, I enjoy sitting there when he's creating it because he takes it's like watching somebody make a painting, like, and he actually does when he does the music, it creates a painting in my head. And like, and of course, because I'm me, I have to share with him because God forbid I don't tell him what I'm thinking. Thoughts that stay in my head are useless. But no, like the music, it always makes me like, I'll move a certain way and it like evokes either a memory or like a picture from a movie. And then like, I'll start saying, I'm seeing like this and I'm seeing that. And it's making me feel this. It's making me feel that. And I watch him build it. And it really is like, it's phenomenal. Like, it's just, the whole process is really just very impressive. So check him out. Wolf from LL. Sorry, Shizzy Sunday link is in your DM. Oh, okay. Thank you. T3, my cat is Riri for reals. I mean, we all are. Not for nothing. That's why the cat found you, because we're all a little like, hey, how you doing? Like, not one of us is normal. And you know what? I wouldn't want us to be, because normal is fucking boring, man. I can't stand normal people. It's like, really? Like, you have no sense of, normal people have no sense of humor. They have no spontaneity. There's no risk to them at all. You gotta have a little bit of a risk to your personality. Kirby said, 14A, state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States. Food for thought. Well, they tried to abridge a whole bunch of stuff of mine, and I told them to go fuck themselves. And I cried a whole bunch. That fast talking is just the Italian. It's, Winning doesn't like my Italian because it comes out so guttural, because I speak dialect. But the thing is, like, if I spoke regular, like perfect Italian, it's like, it takes a lot more effort. It is a lot prettier, though. It comes out a lot softer. I say hello to Monty when he pops up in Robert Gouvier's chat. Gouvet. That's his name. I don't know why I said Gouvier. I'm just giving him extra vowels. Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything wrong with him. Grimm's Bar. No state shall make or enforce any law. Now you said no state. I thought you said the state will make. Damn it. No, they're just being assholes because nobody knows what anybody even at the desk next to them is doing, because apparently, even though they all have shared computer programs and systems and alerts and whatever, they don't know how to do their own systems, so they don't set them up the way they're supposed to be. And there's miscommunication, and then it all gets put on me, even though it's their fuck up. So we had a conversation that quite a few people didn't enjoy. I enjoyed it. They didn't. But it's all settled now. I've been subbed to Monograph for a few years now. I mean, yeah, but I like all walks of life. Is he my favorite person? No. But I mean, I already subscribed to my favorite person, so meh. Yeah, I mean, there can only be one favorite. That's why he's a favorite. I got a side eye on Congress. Somebody just walked out. Oh, goody. Wolfkinder. Hi, honey. How are you? Jacob Peets. He said, what the fuck did I just walk into? Who's half naked and is a show available? Well, that would be Suzanne, and you'd have to take that up privately, or else I would be a pimp, and it ain't easy out here for a pimp, so I ain't gonna do that. T3, I'm just getting over sepsis again. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been through that twice in 1 year. That is not fun. I practically I coat my legs in betadine literally every day. Literally. It's the only thing that's keeping. So I highly recommend that. It's like $2 for like a teeny, like a bottle that lasts forever. And whenever you get anything, any kind of like little cuts or whatever, you swipe that on there. You throw some bacitracin on it. You put a dressing and you'll be fine. This is not a medical thing. I do not give medical advice. I'm giving friendly advice from somebody who has had that through my experiences. So, YouTube. I'll be lurking. Gonna go full Converse nerd status. I'll be listening, y'all. Okay, 357. We shall be here a little while longer. Wolfkinder, I missed my vegetable garden. Looking to square foot gardening. Plant in squares, not rows. That's right. Higher yield, less work, easy to deal with the weeds. Yep. My grandfather used to build, he built these, we used to call them 8 boxes because they were the shape of an A, like an 8 or like a B, or like a capital B. And it was just 2 squares next to each other, a nice long rectangle. And I could set up my garden like all the way around and just make this big, like rectangular garden. But in the corners, I would leave the corners open, and that's where I used to plant my sunflowers. Because I don't know if you all know, but I love sunflowers. Like Van Gogh's sunflower painting is one of my favorites. I also happen to love daisies and carnations. I am not a frou-frou kind of chick. Roses don't do it for me. Tulips don't do it for me. Orchids are way too much fucking work. I like simple flowers. I like wildflowers. When I was growing up, my great grandfather, like when I was little, the first flower I ever got from anybody, and I was right before I was a year old, was a dandelion because he thought it was funny because he picked it off the lawn. And my grandfather, my grandmother's husband, my mother's father, used to call them piss flowers. But my great grandfather, and it's the only real memory I have of him, he told me that they used to make soup when, like, when times were really, really hard. They would gather up all the dandelions, wash them, and make soup from it. And that's what they used to live off of. Time to walk puppies. Puppies! Dang it, Shelly. Well, I hope today gets better and this talking helps. Oh, yeah, no, I'm in a great mood. I'm just, I took a couple Xanax. T3, has the swelling gone down for you yet? It's gone down quite a bit, but I use a lot of compression bands because the doctor was like, there's nothing we could do. I was like, well, there's nothing you can fucking do, but there's shit I can do. So I'm going to experiment. And that's what I did. I went and bought all these different compression bands for my legs, and I wear like 3 or 4 on each leg at certain times a day, and I just push all that stuff up. And that's why I'm always peeing, guys. I'm always like, I'll be back. I never go like during this show because my mind is elsewhere. But then the minute I say, okay, bye, guys, love you, I'm gone. Like the kids even know as soon as they hear me, signing off, they're like, get the fuck out of the way because I will bowl you right over. Like when you got to go, you got to go. I just posted Grimm's link. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate that. Mimsy's so good. Definitely great music. He is. He's amazing. Puffer Smile. He's amazing at being open to ideas of others too. Pretty awesome music maker, that Grimm. Yep. It's funny. The other night he was doing stuff and we were looking at, he was doing music and we're looking at memes. And all of a sudden I was like, oh my God, have we been in here like 3.5 hours? Like we're all in Discord for 3.5 hours. It felt like 10 minutes. It was such a good night. Castro. Hi, honey. Yamaha biker. Okay, Shelly, gotta go. Be naughty and don't behave. Always, baby. Mwah. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for coming by. Pimping is for Rumble. There you go. Hey, go be a pimp. Go ahead. Do it. Castro likes to be a pimp. He'll go be a pimp on Rumble. T3, you remember Mercurochrome? You're lucky I could read that. Yeah, I remember. Mercurochrome, iodine. Like Mercurochrome had mercury in it, didn't it? Isn't that what made the Mad Hatter crazy? Because he would get cuts and like pinpricks on his fingers from making the hats in the story in Alice in Wonderland. And from what I remember, they used to put Mercurochrome on it. And he had a habit of, biting his nails and whatever, or biting the bandages off, and he would swallow the Mercurochrome. And that's why he was crazy, because he had mercury poisoning. Bet you didn't know that. I miss gardening. I miss a lot of things. Tulips always do it for me. Tulips are great, but 4 is more. Thistles T3. Do you like African violets? Why you had to go there, Suzanne? I told you about my grandmother and her obsession with African violets. God, she treated them better than she treated us. Those were my babies. Oh, shut up with your special food and your special liquid, and has to have a, priority spacing on the friggin' windowsill. Ridiculous. I do like African violets, but they're just too much work. They're just way too much. Puffer, I'll be here all night. Never mind the fact that you were just talking about tulips and then you said puffer, and if you put those things together, that's a good time. Oh yeah, water pills are evil, but damn, they sure work. Yeah, well, I'm being a Congress nerd right now. Meow. Still lurking. That's awesome. Nerd said Grim was dishing out a ton of great music this weekend. He's always putting out great music. He really is. And I hate that YouTube is like not showing me the notifications because it aggravates me. Dandelion salad was the Depression and World War II thing. Yep. I know people made hot bacon dressing and sweet and sour taste. Also put it on endives, another green leafy vegetable. I mean, yeah, that was the thing. Like they ate whatever was available. Nothing went to waste. My grandmother knew how to cook every single part of a pig. Every single part. The pig's knuckles and the snout and pigtail suit and like oh, but I mean I know how to do all that, but I ain't gonna. Just fuck that. It's from the devil himself. That shit came out. You would run. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's. Oh, what am I doing? I'm clicking things I'm not supposed to be clicking. Yeah, hatters used mercury in hat making, hence the term mad as a hatter. Bender Pinpin. Bender Pinpin. Pimpin, you mean? We love you, Bender. Shut up, baby. I know it. Pimpin. That's what I was like, Pinpin. Baby laugh. My mother was like that with those stupid flowers too. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, Shelly. You're welcome. I'll be here all day. Yep, we ate pigtails. I mean, they made pigtail soup. I guess it's like oxtail soup, but like they make oxtail stew, which is a huge thing in the Spanish restaurants around here. So I mean, I've had it a couple times. It's not bad so long as you don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just don't think about it. And it tastes wonderful, but don't think about it. There's this YouTube whose name I can't remember that makes recipes from the turn of the century and Depression era. Yes, there's a couple of them. I've seen them. There's actually this one dude that does nothing but like kitchen hacks. Like he worked in a restaurant for like years. And I'll tell you, you guys should watch that because he's very good. I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. And I don't know that I want to. Wolfkinder, I worked at a costume shop. I borrowed a big white teddy bear and delivered violets to my neighbor from others. Aw. Her son opened the door. She was across the room on the phone and dropped it. I bet. I bet. All right. So let me get into why this stream started so late. Yesterday I was, in a great mood and whatever. And I was doing all the things that I had to do and making my to-do list, and I was coming up with different ideas and stuff, for stuff that I want to make because I want to put out like little videos of, different games that you can make just from, regular cardstock or like cardboard or paper or whatever to teach kids the fundamentals because there's such a lag now in education, and a lot of the ones that missed out on like pre-K, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, they're very, very much behind. And it's really easy to teach kids how to read if you make it fun. And I have one game called I Have Who Has that I used to use, but the company that gave us this game to do, I didn't just like what they had because God forbid I leave anything alone. And theirs was like, learn the alphabet or whatever. And I changed it to where I figured out how they made the cards and I learned how to make them myself. And I made them into I Have Who Has for colors and shapes and, different words and number words and numbers themselves and letters, simple words, 3-letter words, 4-letter words, not those kind of 4-letter words. Spanish words, different math equations, like functions. And I mean, they would fight over, I want to play the game, I want to play the game. And they learned so quickly that they didn't even realize they were learning. And it became rhythmic. And so they would get into like this cadence of how to play. I have this, who has that? I have that, who has this? I have this, who has that? And it flowed so well. And I want to make a bunch of videos to show people how to do that, because I think it's very beneficial, because this is what these kids are missing, because school is not developmentally appropriate anymore. They dropped the ball for so long. Now they're scrambling to catch up. They're pushing them too hard, and they're creating all these kids with anxiety issues. So I have better ways of doing this. So I want to do all that kind of stuff. So I was making my lists or whatever, and my son went to the store, and when he was on his way back, he picked up the mail. So he brings me the mail. I hate getting the mail, because nothing that comes in the mail is ever good news. It's either junk or it's bad news. So I had a bunch of envelopes from government agencies, and I was like, what the fuck? Because this is never good. And one of them was super thick, which is really not a good idea. Rather than do my usual throw it over there and avoid it because I can't deal with this stress, I was talking to Winning. And I was like, you know what? He's here. If I freak out, I got him here. I'm good. I felt comfortable, felt safe in opening them, which for me that's not a given. Like, I will happily fight somebody on a street corner. I will get into an argument with somebody. I will argue you, like I said, into the grave. Government crap gives me anxiety. I can't deal with it. And I haven't had a panic attack in like that, at least for like a year. But I was like, all right, Winning's here. I'm good. Like I'm telling myself in my head, you're good, you're safe. Winning's here. It's fine. And he's just like, blah, 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 and he's talking and whatever. And I go, mm-hmm. And then I read the first letter. Okay, I can fill this out. That's fine. Put that on the side. Get another one. All right, yeah. All right. They want my heating cost for the year, whatever. All right. Put that on the side. And then I open the big envelope. And they tell me, you have to fill out this whole application so that you get health insurance, because we're canceling your health insurance since they canceled your Social Security, which was the first I had heard about it, because I'm on Social Security disability. And I mean, I know a lot of people bitch about it or whatever. You know what? You can judge me if you want. I don't give a fuck. I've worked on the books since I'm 16. I've had a job since I'm 9. Okay. I paid into that system a lot. I've never received unemployment. I couldn't receive state disability, because when you work for education, they don't do that. They take the money, but you're not entitled to it. It's a whole thing in Jersey. It's fucked up. Anyway, so this was them telling me they terminated your benefits. And I'm like, what? And my mind automatically jumped to, they terminated your benefits. That's no income. You can't pay the rent. You can't pay the electric. You can't pay for food. Oh my God, the kids are going to starve. We're going to be home. And like that. Whew, see? That's where my head went. And I had a panic attack like I haven't had in so long. We're winning. What's going on? Are you okay? Like, are you okay? I couldn't breathe, and then I was breathing too fast, and then I couldn't control my breathing, and then I was hyperventilating with asthma, which is not fun, and it's kind of difficult to do. And then my chest started to hurt, and I started to cry because I was so overwhelmed. And my arm started to hurt. And I'm like, this is where I die. This is where I die. I'm going to have a fucking heart attack, stress, and just keel over. And as you know, I don't keep my Xanax over here because I don't trust myself with anything that's, that addictive. So my son hides it away from me. And he heard me. I didn't want to take the Xanax, but half an hour into this panic attack, and I still wasn't calming down. And when he was like, take a goddamn Xanax, please. Like this is what they're for. Like you need to be able to function. Like please, like because I know I was making him nervous because he's never heard me like that. And I couldn't talk. I couldn't breathe. I was getting dizzy. I was seeing like spots everywhere. My head was hurting. I'm crying. I'm coughing. I'm getting ready to like throw up. And I was like, all right, I'm going to ask Connor for the Xanax. So I muted my microphone so I could yell. And my son just appeared in front of me and handed me the bottle. And I was just like, what the fuck? He was like, I heard you. He was like, I was just waiting for you to say that, you needed it. And I was like, okay. So I took one. Didn't really help for like an hour. And, I calmed down when it was, come on, breathe, take deep breaths. It's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Can't deal. And this is at 5:00, 5:30 in the afternoon. So of course now I have these letters. I can't do shit about it until the next day. So I have all this time to obsess about it and freak out. I'm the only income, y'all. That's it. Like everything starts and stops with me. The buck stops here. And I'm responsible for those two kids. So if they do that, we're fucked because I don't have a safety net. I don't. The way things cost money now, I have nothing. So, I cut corners. I'm able to, like do a super chat here, super chat there, a couple memberships every once in a while. But I do that because I do YouTube and because I cut corners in all different places. Like I haven't bought clothes for me in 2 years. I haven't gone and paid to get a manicure or a pedicure or a haircut in 2 years. Everything I do myself. I will purposely buy the cheapest food for me. Kids get decent food. The shit that I literally am like a sandwich or whatever a day. I'll splurge once in a while, but that's about it. But I cut corners so that I can spread what I do have around because that's important to me because there are people out there who are really struggling and not just with money. They're struggling with, encouragement. And sometimes just throwing them a small super chat encourages them to, keep going. They feel like, what they're doing isn't pointless. They're like, oh, I don't know why I'm here. All right. Well, you know what? You're here because you really entertained me. You made my day. And I'll send them like, $2, $5, $10, whatever. Whatever I can spare that day. I budget really well. You can't budget when they take your money away completely. So it's like, okay. So I freaked out. So Winning calmed me down. I look at the clock. I'd had a panic attack and it took him 3 hours to calm me down. It felt like it was like 5 minutes, but it was 3 hours. I was so exhausted that I didn't have I had nothing that I wanted to do ever, like ever in life. I didn't want to talk to anybody and nothing. So I just, we watched stuff and I watched Joe and because Joe always, makes me feel better. Joe Neerman. And so we watched a bunch of stuff and then he was like, all right, you got to go to bed. He was like, cause you're like exhausted. I was like, all right. I laid down. Nothing happened. And I was exhausted. couldn't sleep. I fell asleep around 4 o'clock this morning. No, it was more like 4:30 this morning. And I woke up at 6. I slept an hour and a half. And when I tell you I tossed and turned and woke up like 9,000 times, I did. So I got up at 6 and I was like, I'm not getting up. I'm going to lay here and fall the fuck back to sleep because these offices don't open until 8:30. Yeah, no, I never fell back to sleep. I lay there for like a half an hour and I was like, fuck it, I'm up. I got up. I started writing my list of things and then I got a panic attack. All right, take a Xanax. Get the first person on the phone. She's arguing with me. Mind you, I waited 45 minutes to talk to this person on hold with the worst music in the world coming through my phone. Talk to this lady. She's got an attitude. Okay. All right. You want to have an attitude? Whatever. All right. I get it. You don't like your job. Yeah. What can I do for you? So, what should we call it? So I'm talking to her and I'm telling her, look, I don't understand what you're telling me. Because she's explaining things with her lingo, with all the governmental jargon bullshit. And she's throwing out all these letters, like the SS, blah, 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 SS this and SS that. And she named like 7 different kind of SSs. And I was like, dude, like at this point, you could be talking about fucking, Yahtzees because I don't understand what you're talking about. Like you're saying. So and she was like, I'll send you a letter, and hangs up on me. Y'all ever want to really piss me off? Hang up on me. Because if I don't call you right back and ream you a new asshole, I will show up at your door. I will. I've done it before. I will do it again. I will show up and punch you in the face repeatedly because it's the rudest fucking thing you could do to somebody. In my opinion. So I call back. And I wait, I press all the buttons. It disconnects me. Call back again. Disconnects me again. Call back and I'm yelling into my phone, representative, because I'm done pushing fucking buttons. What did you say? Did you say represent? Yes! Like, so I get this, I guess the receptionist or whatever on the phone. I was like, listen, I'm going to apologize ahead of time for my tone because I'm really pissed off now. I said, but the bitch in the back that I was talking to before hung up on me. I was like, you guys are 3 blocks from me. Don't fucking make me come down there. And she giggled and she was like, I could give you to somebody else. I was like, please make sure it's a man. She was like, why? I said, because at least I know that he will have a little patience and not treat me like I'm a fucking idiot. So half an hour later, I get a dude on the phone. This is Mr. Diaz, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What's the problem? So I explained it to him. And while I'm explaining it, as I tend to do, I had a little breakdown. And I cried because it was embarrassing and it was humiliating and terrifying. And nobody seemed to give a shit. And he was like, okay, man. He was like, we're going to do this. Okay. He was like, tell me what your condition is. So I had to tell him the whole thing. He said, okay, that's not something you're going to recover from. Like, so I don't understand. So he goes in, he starts looking, he said, oh, I see what they did. He was like, departments aren't communicating. You used to when you first signed up because it was temporary and you didn't have like all the diagnoses yet. It was a temporary SSI. That's based purely on, like the amount of SSI you've put into the system over the years. They only give you a percentage and they work it out so that percentage of what you've paid in is split up into however many payments. So you only had like a teeny tiny payment, and then they switched you over when you fully qualified to SS disability. I said, but it's not state disability, it's federal disability. She said, well, it's not federal disability, it's Social Security disability. He said, Social Security disability insurance. So it's SSDI. Okay. So I went from SSI to SSDI. It's not SSA because I'm not over 65, but I'll get that when that time comes because I've paid into that. And he's going on it. He's like explaining all these different things and he's giving me dates. And I was like, okay, here's the thing. I have to explain this to the state so that they don't pull my health insurance. Okay, so I said, I need to write this down. So I need you to dumb it down for me. I need a line of progression with amounts and everything to explain to them. So for a half an hour, we're doing this. And I had it all written down. I was like, okay. He goes, okay, now you're good. You're not going to stop your benefits here, but you have to contact the state. Okay, fine. Thank you so much. You've been so wonderful. He was like, please don't cry like that anymore. He was like, my heart broke for you. I was like, I'm so sorry. And so in the meantime, I had taken, like I said, another Xanax. So I was really feeling no pain, but I was super emotional. Call the state. First fucking time I call them and they actually pick up the phone. So I was like, oh my God, I got a person. Of course, I didn't get a good person. I got a person who didn't know shit and had an attitude. And she was all, I don't know what to tell you. Like, you got the packet in the mail. You could just fill that out and send it in. I was like, okay, but I don't understand. Like, does my coverage lapse? What am I going to miss things? Explain it to me. I don't have time to hold your hand, honey. And hung up on me. And I was like, this cunt. Okay. So I call back. Somebody picks up the phone. Okay. I said, do not give me to anybody but the manager of your department because I have a problem with one of your workers. And the dude got on the phone and how can I help you? And I'm telling him, and he was like, oh my God. He said, I'm so sorry. I said, I have had such a shit 12 hours. Like, you guys, like, you really, like, fucked me up. I was like, you really fucked me up. I was like, to the point where I'm on Xanax and I don't like taking that kind of shit. I was like, I don't like it. I don't like not feeling like me. I don't like sitting here crying to strangers because I'm overwhelmed with emotion because I feel like I'm going to be out on the street. So he was like, no, it's all right. He goes, your benefits won't lapse, but I need you to fill out that booklet that we sent you. I said, you mean the 30-page reapplication? He was like, yeah. I said, why can't somebody just get on the phone with me and take the information that way? We need your signature. Really? Because you didn't need my signature to take shit away, just to give it back? And he was like, well, I know, but it's protocol. I was like, oh, fuck your protocol. I was like, I'll fill it out. I was like, but I will call you twice a week until I get the letter saying that everything goes through. And he was like, that's fair. And he gave me his number at his desk to call. And he was like, I'll deal with your stuff myself. Okay, thank you. And then I hung up and I had a cigarette. I calmed down. I had a really good cry because it all had to come out. And then I filled out all the paperwork that I had. So now I have 6 envelopes that I have to mail in for all different shit because this has to go to that department, that has to go to that department, that has to go to that department. So that's done. So I didn't lose benefits, but because they don't talk to one another, it all came and like landed in my lap and fucked me up. I never used to be like this, guys. I used to be able to deal with crisis after crisis after crisis like nothing. But when I don't have a way to get up and get out and like make money, like just on the fly, Yeah, if I'm dependent on somebody else, that's panic inducing. It's panic inducing to be trapped like that. I've never depended on anybody else but me in my entire life. I mean, from when I was a little kid, I learned real early on if I can't do it, it ain't going to get done. Never depend on anybody else. And this really it fucked me up. But it's all settled now. I got you guys here. Thank you so much. You made me laugh as soon as I, got on, even though I'm a little punch drunk or whatever. But yeah, so now I'm really behind. No, I'm not too bad. I'm only 20 minutes behind in chat. That's not bad. I'm sure they clean all the poop off that oxtail really well. Well, that's why I said don't think about it. Do it the Jersey way. Forget about it. Forget about it. Just open your mouth and put it in. It tastes wonderful. Trust me. Take that as you want it. I was talking about oxtail stew. That's him. I thought you were calling me a baking twink for a second. Which one? The baking twink. Who's the baking twink? I don't know, but send it to me. I'll check out all sorts of stuff. I need to sleep soon though, because like wouldn't let me take one Xanax. He was like, just take the one. He was like, 2, you're gonna go sleepy. You take more than 2, I'll see you in a couple days. I was like, fine. My son is in the room fucking yelling. He's so loud. I thought you were calling me a baking twink. At least it ain't hippo tail. You seen how nasty them fuckers are? Hippos are nasty, but I'm still very impressed that that one kid got the hippo picked up and spit him out. I mean, that's a story, man. Could you imagine being like, oh yeah, once a hippo tried to eat me, I was in his mouth and he spit me back out. That is a story I guarantee that not many people can tell. That's definitely one of those ones that everybody's like, tell the story about the hippo. The time the hippo almost ate you. A hippo almost ate me. See, wasn't that a good story? I didn't say it was involved. It is an interesting story. Remote schooling did kick our ass a bit. Catching up at home has been challenging as fuck. Yep. And I worry most about the little ones, but I have all sorts of, I do have a degree in teaching and 11 years experience plus my own 2 special needs kids. I'm very good at teaching. It's something that I do naturally. I just don't know. I don't know how to format it to put it on YouTube. So I think I'm going to wind up doing just little 3 to 5 minute videos and just putting them up. And they're not going to get they're not meant to get a lot of views or anything. They're just literally to be helpful because I feel bad for these kids. I also kind of want to do one on different stuff that my grandmother taught me. The tricks on how to get oil out of a bedspread or whatever. Off any kind of fabric. Sorry I missed your streak, brother. Yeah, Nerd had a show yesterday. Bullies in the Media. I got to be there for that, and then it's a very sensitive topic. It's a heavy topic for him, and he got a little upset. So I was like, send me a link. Just so you'd have somebody to talk to. I had no pearls of wisdom for him. I just didn't want him to be up there by himself. So yeah, unfortunately for him, his planned, I think, half-hour show was 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I forget because I'm up there, so we talk. But it was a good show. It was deep, man. It was deep. But yeah, no, you guys should check that out. Give him a view, give him a like. Make sure you sub up to Nerd if you're not subbed up. He said we had this math game that was across with rock, paper, scissors. The kids loved it. Yep. I had to trim that part out due to conflict, due to copyright cucks. Well, I mean, I told you, you can't just play a video. You got to stop it every, once in a while, especially like a movie video. It's not like Benny or whatever. Damn Plaque and Tans at it again. HT, hey, what's up? I probably get my mail once a month. Yeah, I did that when I first got sick. And no, that's way too anxiety inducing because then everything's late. So it's like, Mimsy said, oh man, Shelly, I'm so sorry. No, man, it happens. T3, thank you though. T3, I know the feeling. I've been going through it for a while now. Thank God things are getting better for us. Yep. But it was a rough like half day. Take a peek. Shelly, no one's going to judge you for being on SS Hunt. The people that bitch about it, myself included, mainly complain about it being corruptly run because the damn government steals our money. And you maybe get 10% of the money that you put in over your lifetime. Oh, I know. Just like they took money out from my pension that I'm not allowed to touch. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bit? Mandatory pension, mandatory union dues. The union did fuck all for me. I worked for them for free. And the pension, no. I've been trying to get my pension for like a year and a half. And they're just, more paperwork and a little more paperwork. Oh, we lost that paperwork. Sorry, you got to fill more out. Like, fuck you. It's my money. And I know I'm going to get penalized the minute I take it out, but I need that money. And you know what? The whole government, like, when the guy asked me, he was like, how did you get sick like this all of a sudden? I said, you're jib jab. I mean, I told him the real words. And he was like, oh my God. He was like, there's a lot of that. You know that, right? I was like, yeah. I said, you know what? I can't even sue anybody. And he was like, nope. He said, because they're not liable for any of it. He was like, he said, we literally have, I think he said it was 5 million new cases like across the nation just from the side effects of that. Completely disabling people in my age range. It's like, that's just great. I was like, well, got to get better at some point. He was like, you will. He was like, but it's going to take you a while. It's a hard road because it causes so many different new comorbidities that you never had before. If the program were run properly, there would be enough money in the SS program for every American retire at 45 comfortably. It's not a personal issue or anything to be ashamed. It's a theft problem. I know, but I don't like being reliant on anybody but me. Thank you for saying that, though. Suzanne, if a certain POS didn't burn you for 2G, you would have a nest egg to cushion you. And see, but okay, so this is my problem. I have to jump through all these hoops. And it's not like they give me a lot. My SSI, like the SS payment, is literally my rent. I have other ways of getting money, but that's rent. That's all that is. And I had rent subsidy when I started here, so they could only increase you 4% a year. So I'm only up to how much? $11.80 a month I have to pay for a 2-bedroom. Mind you, Connor has 1 bedroom, Katie has 1 bedroom, and I live in the living room because they won't give me a 3-bedroom because that'll cost $4,800 a month, which I don't fucking have. So I live in the living room and have no privacy. That's fine. Whatever. I want to move. I'm moving. As soon as that goddamn shit goes through, I am fucking out of here. But in the meantime, I'm here. And I had a point to that. What was my point? Like, that's all that they'll give me, right? Like, that's what I have. Yet you have these fucking illegals across the river from me getting cash like crazy. They're giving debit cards with $1,000 on them for food, whatever the fuck they want. They're being taken care of. They haven't done fuck all for this country. I have taught an entire generation. I literally, I have taught a generation. I have given so much of my time to community service. I have done sporting events for free just for morale. I have fucking done church events. I have given back to my country and my community and all the kids in my community so many times. And I've put the work in. I am a valuable goddamn citizen my whole fucking life. I don't have a police record. I don't even have a misdemeanor. I have one speeding ticket that I got for going 14 miles over the speed limit when I was 19 and had my license for a month. And and it was a 4-point goddamn ticket, which pissed me off. And I have never gotten a ticket after that because, well, I have tits, but still counts on the record. I have no anything, right? And I have to fight and struggle and cry for every fucking dime, for every little bit of help. I can't even get a doctor to see me because my insurance is so shitty and they don't want to be bothered. The minute they hear Lyme disease, they're like, oh, no, we don't take patients. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it because they know everything that goes along with the Lyme. And they don't want to be bothered treating that many different things. Because it would require critical thinking and actual, medical knowledge. And none of them have that. They don't have that ability. Because the only doctors that take the Medicaid don't speak fucking English, or they're not like really qualified to be doctors. I mean, they're kind of doctors because they kind of pass the tests, but they're not the ones you want working on you. Like, I could go to any one of these doctors and be like, here's a list of prescriptions. Just write me scripts for that. And they'll do it because apparently they think I know more about my condition than they do, which I do. But it's not supposed to be that way. They're supposed to be the helpful ones. I'm supposed to rely on them, not them rely on me to tell them how to treat me. But then you got these fuckers across the river from me, a mile and a half away, getting everything for doing nothing. That is so insulting. And it is so unfair. And that's where we're at. Like, I love when people are like, oh, yeah, no, the illegals, you don't understand. Don't tell me I don't understand. I'm living in that unfairness and that imbalance. Okay. I'm living a certain way because everything that should be coming to this country to make it better is going to people who have done nothing. They are literal just drains on our resources and on our humanity. Because I feel almost animalistic when faced with the possibility that I might meet one of them one day and fucking lose my mind. Because it's affecting me and my family. Why should me and my kids suffer when we did the work? We did everything we were supposed to do, but then you have illegal people breaking our laws, being violent, being assholes, sitting on their ass, doing fucking nothing, and you're giving them the world on a platter. How is that fair? And you expect me to not be upset about it? Oh, don't call them illegals, call them undocumented. Fuck you, they're illegal, they're breaking the law. Throw their asses somewhere else. They are not our problem. Oh, but this is America. Yes, and it should be full of Americans. They're not American. Send them the fuck back where they came from. Mexico don't want them? Okay. You know that $1,000 you were going to give them for the month? Every month? Buy them a goddamn boat ticket. We have boats all over the fucking place that are decommissioned. Throw those motherfuckers in the water, fill them up. Bye. Send them home. Fuck you. I am so sick of being nice. Oh, you have to have compassion. No, I don't. You know why? Where's your compassion for me? Where is my government's concern and compassion for me? It don't exist. It don't exist. You want my vote? Earn it. The fuck? Then you want to know why we're all on the Trump train? Because Trump will kick your ass. Is he the best that there is? No. Is he the candidate we sorely need right now? In my opinion, abso-fucking-lutely. I need that aggression to get in there and say, no, y'all aren't doing this. Nope, fuck you. Nope, no deal. You're fired, you're fired, you're fired. I wanted to be the Apprentice 2.0. Go in there, be like, what'd you do for this country in the last 4 years? Really? Fuck you, bye. You're fired. Get out. Get out. You're garbage. Get out. I want him to call it, each and every one of them out. But yes, Suzanne, it does aggravate me that when somebody needed money and I lent it to him, where's the money, Gary? You better pay what you owe. I didn't hesitate because I had it. I had the money and he desperately needed it. And I couldn't see somebody suffer like that because I know that fear of your family getting put out. And now here we are, 6 months later, not a dime. Not a dime. And it's like, really? Because I'm struggling. I told you I'm struggling. Not a dime. She said, T3, rumors have it that person is being investigated for his sketchy dealings. Is that really true? Gee, I wonder. I don't know. Maybe it's almost like somebody called the Section 8 office and said that they thought they might have been scammed. I don't know. Weird. Oh, Puffer, you didn't have to do that. Well, now I got to come up with a thingy. Let's get a happy dance going. I need one more, guys. Puffer P with the $10 super chat for a crappy day. Hang in there, Mom Bear. Thank you. I didn't do this for that, but I really do appreciate that. Where's my thank you thing? Wait. Yep.
You're the reason that I always win. I'm gonna take a minute to clearly say I love and appreciate you every day.
I wrote that for you guys. Thank you very much. That was very sweet, honey, but you really didn't need to do that. I'm sorry, guys, if I came across as fishing. This is not like a whole poor me story. I'm gonna be fine. I got it all settled. I'm gonna be fine. But thank you very much. That was very sweet. Aw. Oh. You make me tear up. All right, I'm gonna take a sip of something so I don't cry because y'all are crazy. Thank you, Puffer. That was very sweet. Pete's can't share, buddy, not yet. Oh, okay. Pete said I'll look myself. Okay, I got a friend in high places looking into this clown. Lovely. Ooh. I actually hit up our resident sleuth because he was upset, that a con man was able to get the better of me. And I don't mean winning. Winning already is, hip deep looking for stuff. He's found so much stuff. But yeah, there's another person who's very good at finding things out. I almost did go to Monty and be like, "Hey, Monty, you ever heard of this dude? Guess what happened to me?" But I was like, "Yeah, I don't want to open that can of worms. I'd rather do it on my own." Puffer smiles. Love you guys. I don't have much, but sometimes a little bit helps someone more than me. Oh, honey, no, never give anything to me that you can't that you're gonna have to do without. I would never want that. I appreciate that very, very much. But girl, like you need to get monetized or something so we could do it to you. That's what I was saying before. Like I buy super chats for people. I buy memberships. I do stuff like that. I find ways to make sure that I have like money to spend, even if I can only send like $2 or $3 or a super sticker, I'll do it. Usually, when it's a creator who's kind of low on their numbers, who's getting discouraged, it's a great motivator for them because it just tells them that they're appreciated, that their effort is appreciated, that I like coming here. I love what you're putting out. I like you as a person. This is what I got, but here you go. Like you deserve this. And it is a huge morale boost to a lot of people. And like sometimes I have to use it as an investment. Like the lead attorney doesn't need my money. Joe doesn't need my money, but I'll send them like a $5 or a $10 super chat to get my brand out there, to try to like get a sub or two, because it's so hard to grow subs. And the thing is, like, I want to do it organically. I could always hit Nick up and Nick will help me get a shitload of subs, but I don't want to do that. I want to do it on my own. I want it to be mine. I want to earn those subs. I know it's counterproductive to being really successful at it, but it's something I need. I need it. I need my chat to be full of people who want to be here, not who just said, "Oh, I like Nick and he said to sub to you, so that's what I'm doing." Like that's not the kind of relationship I want. I like loyalty. I like camaraderie. That's why I would rather have a small chat than have a bunch of people I don't know and I have nothing in common with. Uh, so I'm just doing it myself, but it does take a really long time. And when I see people suddenly take off, like I've been seeing lately, I'm so happy for them. Never think that I'm not. I wish them every fucking success under the sun because they have been out there for years, like trying and struggling just like me. But they hit that trend where they got something popular and it took off. And I can't bring myself to do it. I could do streams on Lynette forever. I could do streams on but I can't. I can't bring myself to do it because I feel like I'm selling out. Because that's not what I do. At least they're into like multiple different things. So, that it makes sense that they would cover these things. That's not my niche. And I don't want to I'll take a step out of my lane for a minute when it pertains to something that's connected to what I'm doing. But I'm not going to jump over, from express to locals, like just, switch gears completely and go completely out of my realm just so I could get numbers. I can't bring myself to do it. I know it, whatever. It's pride, it's integrity. I don't care what you call it. It's just not me. I can't, I don't do the clout thing. That's why I don't go to a lot of different panels. I mean, I could beg to be like, "Oh, can please, I need to." I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So I come here and I enjoy you fine people who I love. Uh, you're my familia. And I spend most of my time promoting, winning. Like, because I believe in what he's doing, and I don't think anybody believes in him the way I do, including him. But he's worth the effort. So I promote his stuff, and I just kind of show up for mine, and whatever happens, happens. But I do have ideas. I will be doing a lot more like small videos, and maybe I'll start doing shorts and stuff again, because I was doing that for a while. But I think I might do one Lynette video on her narcissism, because that ties into what I do. And I watched a video of her speaking, and there were so many red flags in her demeanor, like things that I think people are overlooking. So I might do like a 5-10 minute video on that. I don't know, maybe 15 minutes. But that wouldn't be a live. That would just be a video, and it'll sit there with the rest of my videos that I've done. Pete's cops make good friends. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. He said, I know a handful of state and local Leos from Florida that I can talk to. Very nice. Very nice. Pete's, now you're on the right track. If only I knew some in Oklahoma. Outpost nerd, no communication. Color me shocked. Well, T3, oh my God, I'm going through that right now myself. Yep. And people wonder why I'm so against federal health care SS benefits. The feds don't talk to the states ever, and it only causes problems. Yep. Mm-hmm. I'll go get Stampy for you. How did I get so far behind? I was just caught up. God damn it. Anyway, I know I'm behind. If the damn programs were uniformly administered by the state, then maybe it could be properly run. I mean, maybe not in New Jersey, because the state is corrupt incarnate. Yeah, it really is. It really is. I mean, we had Chris Christie as the governor. Now we have Phil Murphy as the governor. Yeah, we have Melendez spending all his shit. It's like, whatever. Yepper, here is all by phone. I never signed anything, and now I have a phone call meeting set up for next month. I love the phone call meetings. I'll even do a video call with them. You want to prove that it's me? Ask me a goddamn question. When she asked me what's your mother's maiden name, I said it for her. She was like, what was that? And so I said it, spelled it, and I said it. And she was like, oh, could you spell it shorter? I was like, listen, it's obviously me, because nobody else is going to know how to, one, pronounce the fucking name, and two, spell it. I can spell frontwards, backwards, whatever. How do you want me to say it? Like, what else do you want? Do you want to know the name of the hospital I was born in? You want to know the fucking like diaper I wore on the way home? Like, what the fuck do you want? Like, I was freaking out because she was pissing me off. It's like, well, how do I need to prove that it's you? I just answered like 30 questions proving it's me. I wanted to say, do you want like a fucking imprint of my fucking choach? Is that on your goddamn database? Because you never took my thumbprint. So it's like, what the fuck? You don't have my fingerprints. You want my choach print? Here we go. Like, yeah. But I was like, no, be nice, be nice, be nice, be nice. And then I couldn't be nice anymore. Once that bitch hung up on me, I was done being nice. And that was Winning's thing. He was like, listen, you're not going to think about it. We're going to just watch mindless shit. And you could just, yell along with Joe about the, like the fanny stuff. And, all right, we'll watch a little bit of Monty. And then bedtime, you sleep and you wake up and you fight. He was like, and just don't overthink it. Don't worry about it. You can't change it now. Change it in the morning. I was like, all right. I scheduled my show for like 12. He was like, he didn't think I'd be done, I don't think, or that I'd be in the mood to do this. But I was like, no, I'm going to need them after that. And I did. I knew I would need you guys, because it's just a lot. It's a lot to process. The roller coaster of emotions that is dealing with the federal fucking government. But that would incentivize people to leave. And when the state suffers and these bastards can siphon off tax dollars, they'll either go broke or get voted out. Well, Oh, hell no. No time to hold your. Yeah, that's what she said. I don't have time to hold your hand. Really? And we would like to welcome to Coffee and Chaos somebody called Janus. I hope that's you, Mike. I do. I really hope that's you. What somebody got to do to get a stiff one around here? I mean, usually you just do it to yourself. I'm not going to help. There's not enough super chats in the world. You could try to. Russell McHenry, new drunk sub. Awesome. Drunkenness is a worthy thing around here. It's fine. Because if you get to be too much, don't worry, I'll tell you off. Eugene is, hey y'all, new horny sub. I mean honorary sub. Sure, that's what I meant. Whatever. This is a horny group. You'd be fine. Russell McHenry, Daisy girl, here I stole a drunk's phone and so. Oh, stop it! Did you really? That fucker can't answer phone, much less open YouTube. Oh my god. Daisy, you are so funny. Oh my god, that's gonna be Daisy. She's gonna go to a bar and wait for everybody to get drunk, swipe their phone, install YouTube, sub to me, and then give them their phone back. Now that is a strategy I could get behind. Just don't get caught. Oh my god, girl, you made me laugh. I needed that. Holy shit. I'm sorry. Oh god, this is why I love you so much, Daisy. You are so fucking far out there, and we are so much alike because that's something I would do. Oh, my mother has a whole YouTube channel. She's subbed to so many people and has no idea because she doesn't know that she's got the channel. She knows of it, like for my thing, but there's no notifications for anybody else. So she only ever sees my show. But yeah, now she's subbed to a whole bunch of people. I'm like, never hit this button. If they say like never hit this button, she's like, okay. I don't know what it does, and you don't need to. Oh my god, girl, that is hilarious. I can't wait till Shelly hits my chats, Lord. Eugenus, whatever. You know they have anus molds now? You could actually have your, like, you can go to somebody who'll do a mold of your anus, like of your actual asshole, and they will do it in however, like, whatever material you want. Like, if you want titanium, platinum, gold, silver, whatever. Could you imagine? Why would you? I tell you, people are way too bored. I'm trying to trim the strikes out of stream and put it out as a video. There you go, nerd. You could do it. I believe in you. Daisy, you fucking make me laugh. T3 Yuppers, I walk into the doctor's office with a list of meds I want him to prescribe, and he does it. Yep. Yes, and Tyson Foods is trying to hire them. Here's the thing. They have already hired 42,000 illegals. He said, how in God's name do we allow this company to go through the same scandal a second time in a decade? I don't mind, but Tyson, number one, doesn't taste very good. And number two, is expensive as fuck. And I told my son, I was like, you like to boycott McDonald's? You like to boycott Starbucks? We're boycotting Tyson. He was like, really? Because they make those air fried, like, we'll find another fucking company. I'm not buying them. I am not giving them not a goddamn penny. Not a fucking penny. Fuck these people. That's right, Jacob. Fuck them all. Daisy said, nice to meet you. You? Sorry, I was in drag before. She's so goddamn funny. Daisy. The coward hasn't streamed or done a video in a long time. Yeah, no, and he won't. He won't, because he was a little bitch who went on the fucking internet and said, winning reality threatened me. Shut the fuck up. God, what a punk. That's right. I called your ass a punk. You a punk bitch. Bingo, Shelly, you nailed it. Yep. I was still fucked up. Anyway, sadly, the Mexicans just said that they weren't going to take their people back. I say just shoot them with a trank gun and throw them back over the wall and let them deal with whatever the fuck they need to deal with on that side. I don't give a shit. We said we didn't want them. They didn't say, oh, sorry, we'll take them back, like, or we won't send them. So why should we listen? Not for nothing, but they're in Mexico. Just say, no hablo español. That's all. Just do it. Just like, oh, plausible deniability. I couldn't understand. He didn't speak English. So, what the fuck? We just threw them back over there. They were saying no, 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 but we just thought it was a song. Like, I don't speak that language. Lesai. Whatever. I know you ain't begging for money, lady. Good. Thank you, honey. Aw, look at that. Nerd. All right, what are we going to play for nerd? We got to do the welcome for the new people. Who are the new people? Let me see. Nerd Bot. Gifted membership. Why is this not? What the hell? All right. So why is it not showing? How far fucking behind am I? Every time I'm such a dork. Like, no, I saw that. I saw that. Why is it not showing me membership? Why? Because YouTube is asshole. Oh, it's catching up. Okay. I don't know why, but the YouTube studio just doesn't want to show me. Okay, so wait. All right, gifted memberships went out to Cat, Salty C, Good Logic. Oh, how funny. Especially since I didn't know Good Logic was sub to me. That's awesome. Starlight and HT. Holy crap. Good Logic just got. I didn't get a friggin' membership to his thing. All right, so for all those new people, here we go.
Welcome to the madhouse, we be running muck. Keep it all real and we don't give a fuck. World gone crazy, we here dancing in the rain. Welcome to Shelly's house, we just a little bit insane. Bring your real self, I ain't asking for more, except one thing, leave your bullshit at the door.
Thank you so much. And this is for you.
Sticking by me through high and low. You the whole damn reason I even do a show. I'ma take a quick breath to sweetly say I love and appreciate y'all each and every day. You keep me grounded even when my sanity is thinning. It's cause of you lovies, I'ma always be winning.
I'ma always be winning. Even though I'm not winning, we know who the real winning is, but I can pretend. Thank you, nerd. That was really sweet. You didn't need to do that, honey. I know you're not exactly flush either, so you don't need to do that. But thank you. That was really awesome. I'm so psyched that Good Logic got one. I think that's hilarious. I didn't know he subbed to me. How fucking awesome is that? Daisy, wow, that's crazy. If Mexico won't repatriate them, then maybe we could just send them somewhere else. Maybe our adversaries. Right? You'd be like, oh, here's our humanitarian aid. We have workers for you. There you go. Just drop them off. Just push them right out the plane. They have parachutes. They'll be fine. People pay good money to go parasailing. Just think of it as like a vacation destination. Like we're just sending y'all to Yemen and to Gaza. Like just wait, the Ukraine. Oh my God. Ukrainian aid. We can just give them soldiers, just round them up and drop them off over there. Why not? That's helpful, isn't it? They said they need people. Give them all the ones we don't want. That's what everybody's doing to us. Fuck it. Throw them out. Be like, here you go. Look, this is a huge plane. It's a luxury plane. Yeah, I know. Just stand together. Listen, y'all came over here through the jungle. This is a fucking paradise. Get in the goddamn plane. We're going to take you to Europe. Would you like to go? Would you like to go to Europe? Sure you would. And then just throw them out there and they can do all the fucking violence they want when you drop them off in a war zone. God, knock yourself out. And whatever you kill, you get to keep. It's like hunting. God, like I'm going to get in so much trouble for this stream. I really don't give a fuck. They could all suck my dick. That I don't have. Thank you again, nerd. That was really, really sweet and unexpected. Can't believe Good Logic got one. You, Janice. Good Logic got a sub. I know. He got a membership. That's so awesome. For the best pain in the neck, I know. Oh, I love you, girl. Thank you, honey. I love you too. You're a giant pain in my ass, but you're supposed to be. Joe's a member. That's epic. Yep, you made that happen. It's huge. Mm-hmm. That's what they all say. Puffer said, I budget well. It's okay. Oh, honey, believe me, I'm right there with you, but it's still, I just don't like taking from anybody that I know. You go through a lot of the same things that I do with pain and, worry and kids. And so, you have a special place in my heart. You always have since I met you. I just don't like to broadcast that shit. Because, it's always better when I don't let people know that they mean anything to me, because then I don't get hurt. Mimsy, I just saw that Daisy girl. Awesome. Lass, you're here. She's Lady Awesome Sky. Lady Autumn Sky. I know. Whatever. Lady Awesome. You're just fucking Lady Awesome. Oh, they're phrasing. Hi everyone. Just caught up to live. Oh, lucky you. You made it. You made it through the bitching and moaning. Oh. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. Happy, what's today? Wednesday. Happy hump day. Happy hump day. Pete, maybe Mexico did that due to bloodbath car thing. Trump needs to get on the phone with Mexico and start double downing. That whole bloodbath bullshit was just, oh my God. I really enjoyed that though. Like watching when Winnie was playing it, talking about the bloodbath thing. When you see all of them talking at once, like screen next to screen, and it's all the exact same thing, same cadence, same everything. Bloodbath, blah 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 blah. And it was just like, oh my God, y'all don't realize what idiots you look like. You just don't. Do they not get it? I know they jump on every little thing that they could possibly pick apart about him or whatever, but that was just dumb. It made them look like bigger jackasses and fucking imbeciles than they already are. I was like, how do you all stand? Like, how do you sleep at night? How? You realize one day you're going to meet God and he's going to be like, where the fuck you think you going? No. Oh, you got a memo saying you were going to heaven? That was fake news. Like, that was disinformation. Sorry. Boop. Elon, hold the gate open for them. Now, I'm not saying Elon is a saint. I don't think he is. I think he is flawed like everybody else on this planet. But he's always going to be Daddy Elon to me. I like Elon. He freaks me out every once in a while because I tend to see things a little pessimistically. I tend to be cynical. So I'm like, great. Yes, everybody loves Elon. I love Elon. He's amazing. He's wonderful. He's creating cars that we're not going to use. And he's in charge of the space program, which means that he handles everything on the ground and everything in the air. And now with Neuralink, he's going to handle everything in our heads. And like, that's a lot of power. A lot of power. But I'm kind of glad that he's sort of kind of on our side. It's just with geniuses, I don't trust geniuses because they're too smart for their own good. They always think they're right. He seems to be a little bit more down to earth as he gets older. I think like that hubris that he had during the Amber Heard days is gone because I think that pretty much, he said, "Oh shit, I'm not always right. This bitch was crazy." And I put my name on the line for her, like, oh no, I fucked up. I think that made him grow up quite a bit. I mean, I like his stance on stuff, but it's like, yeah, anybody with that much power, I'm wary of. Like, he has influence. And that just worries me. I don't like anybody to have that much influence. But as long as he's working for us, I'll take it while I can get it because we ain't got nothing else. We have him, we have Alex Jones, we have Tucker Carlson. Those are the big three. The big three. Oh, and Joe Rogan occasionally. Like, not always, sometimes, but we have what, 4? Russell Brand, 5? Okay. These are the biggest ones out there. I mean, there are other little guys, and there's tons of us, but like the biggest, most powerful voices, they just punish them. So it's like they're punishing Trump. They've tried punishing Jones. They tried punishing Tucker. I'm sure they're going to go after Elon. They've already gone after Brand. So it's like, no matter what we do, it seems like you can't get into this unless you're made of something stronger than what the other side is made of, because they are going to hit you, and they're going to hit you hard repeatedly to your marrow because they don't give a fuck. We are not humans to them. You hear them calling us names. How horrible we are, putting down anybody who has any kind of belief in God, because I guess I'm only supposed to believe in what? Trannies? And I don't know, like the bullshit illegals, and like I'm supposed to have all this compassion. Who do you think taught us compassion? We learned compassion through the Word of God. Most of us. Like, they want to do away with God and religion and like anything we can believe in that makes us think outside their box. Anything that says, hey, that's not right. Of course it is. It's in the name of democracy. We have to remain a democracy, except that we were never a democracy. We are a democratic republic. We are not a democracy. Stop saying it like that, because you're saying it in a way that it's not true. Are we democratic? Yes. Are we a democracy? No. Stop saying it the way they use it is not correct. It just drives me crazy. It's their only talking point. It's their only talking point. It's going to be the end of democracy. Where? Because we don't have that. Like, so where's that ending? Then you want to push our system onto everybody else. And everybody else is like, yeah, your system sucks now because y'all cheat. Fucking Democrats cheat. That's all they do. They cheat, they lie, they swindle, they kill, they push people around, they intimidate, they bribe, they fucking slander. But that's all okay, right? What they're doing to Trump in New York, everybody thinks that's okay on that side. If we tried that shit, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Try pulling one of them up on these kind of charges. Oh my God. You horrible animals. You can't do that. It's against their constitutional rights. So what? Because you don't like Trump, suddenly he doesn't have constitutional rights? Like, I don't understand. Make it make sense. To me. Not to the rest of you blue-haired freaks. Like, to me. Make it make sense to me. Like a tax-paying, law-abiding, mother of children, and educator who actually educates and encourages children to think. Who doesn't give a fuck what you say their pronouns are? Because no, they will learn pronouns in third grade when they're supposed to. Other than that, they are their gender that they were born as. I don't want to hear your bullshit. I am not calling them by a different name. I am not going behind their parents' back. And if their parent tells me to do that, I'm going to call CPS. Fuck you. Like, that's child abuse. Which is why I no longer work in education, because it's so fucking hypocritical. You're supposed to educate them. No, what you're doing is indoctrinating them. You're not educating them. They can't think for themselves. They literally are only little echo chambers of whatever bullshit you're pushing. Wow, those Xanax really loosened my tongue. Anyway, Pete's made Mexico. Oh, I did that. I already read that. I'm happy for the channels that have grown too, but I checked out of the whole hail thing. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I used to love watching their auction videos and like their storage videos and like their fundraising videos where they do like the backpack thing for, like they'd have like all these fundraisers and people would send them thousands of backpacks. They'd fill them up with supplies, give them to kids who needed them, whatever. I loved watching all that. Once they started having problems with their neighborhoods and like getting like their property broken into, gate was broken, they're leaving garbage all over, they were endangering the animals. I didn't even make it to this crazy bitch neighbor. It was a different crazy ass, like I think it was like the mayor or like, I don't know, like the superintendent of schools or whatever the fuck he was, kept parking on his property, and they called the cop, and the cop was like, oh, well, it's not really that big of a deal. Like, it was a whole, like, we're a little town and we're all together and you're an outsider, so we're going to give you shit kind of a thing. And it's really started to upset me. I was getting really, really like bad, like anxiety attacks from watching it. I had to stop watching them. So I didn't know about the whole Lynette thing until recently. Like maybe, I don't know, like 6 months ago. I stumbled upon it and I was like, oh, see, this is a whole bunch of drama I don't need. Because I don't want the drama. I don't watch dramatic movies for that reason. I don't watch Disney movies for that reason. Because I can't deal with the intense emotions anymore. I'm not stable enough where I can watch it and be like, okay, I'm just watching a movie. No, I feel everything. And that'll send me into a 5-day friggin' spiral of depression and, like isolation. I don't want to do that. So I just avoid all that shit. And now everybody's fucking talking about it. And I'm like, can we just talk about something else? Can it be something else? I feel bad for the Hales. I do, but I don't really want to be like, I don't want to know all the details. I got my Fannie Willis details in my head. I'm good with that. Because that's affecting all of us. That's my focus is Fannie. Because it's fascinating to me. And it's got everything you want. It's got the drama, but it's got the sex and it's got the cheating and it's got the, the money laundering and like all that shit and the dirty politicians and lying lawyers and corrupt, judges. And it's got everything you could want. But in a funny fucking way, because the people that I listen to, Joe and the lead attorney, they're humorous about it. So it's not all like doom and gloom and whatever. The Hales is just too heavy for me. It is. It's too heavy. It bothers me because they're good people. They are very good people. I like them. I don't want to see them go through this, and I can't. It hurts me. Y'all don't think that I'm that sensitive, but I really am. I hide a lot from you guys. It's just too much to keep up with for me anyway. It's not that it's too much to keep up with. It's too much for me to see. It's just it's actually watching people enable somebody else to be destructive and narcissistic and absolutely apathetic to anything other than what they want, and to be willing to lie about it, and to be willing to turn an entire, family, a whole establishment, because they help so many people, on its ear because, oh, you hurt my fifis and didn't give me the easy fucking win that I wanted. Like, I can't. Um, Daisy said, I only shilled for Shelly once in Nick's Rumble chat. That's because a few friend from Joe's was hanging out well after the stream had stopped. Aw, you're so sweet. You're so sweet, Daisy. You don't need to shill for me though. I appreciate it very much so. But Nick's chat is so not the place to shill. Because they'll come over here like, hey, Fanook. It's like, no. They can only come here when Ellie's here so she could, like whip them into shape. I feel bad for Ellie. Not for nothing. But I do. I feel real bad for Ellie. She gave up tech until Easter. Oh, that means we're not going to see her for another week and a half. She's got to be going crazy by now. I miss her. I really do. Oh my fucking God. Cooch print. Yep, gonna die. Now I know you're feeling better. I mean, the Xanax makes me feel fine. Oh no, get real quiet. Shelly sounds like she has the broken. No, I've been dealing with the government all morning. So it's not been a fun morning, Darth. But hi, how are you? How are you, Darth? Inya. Aw, hi, baby. I love me some Inya. Channel growth is overrated. I mean, not really. I'm trying to help people like overcome traumas and shit. So, I mean, I would like that to be a little more widespread, but I'm not looking for being YouTube famous. I'm really not. Like, if you know me, you know me. That's great. It's great. But I don't need to be famous. I just need to help people while I'm still on this earth. Like, that's my thing. Wait, can I get my chocolate starfish cast in gold? Yes, absolutely. Go for it, Pete's. That'll be your next anniversary present to your wife. And I guarantee if you give it to her, it'll be the last. Caught up. Love you, Shelly. I love you, Inya. She's so sweet. I hope you're feeling better. Did you get enough sleep? Because I know you were beat last night. Oh yeah, my husband called me the other day and said, we have bought our last Tyson anything. Yep, that's all right, because Tyson tastes like shit anyway. It's all processed meat. I like to know what they're doing. This shit is grindy grind. Grindy grind? Grindy grind? Okay. That's all right, lady. Don't worry about autocorrect. I understood what you said. Huge Anus said, don't worry, Daisy. I'm in drag too. Huge Anus. Your name, all that makes me think of is Ace Ventura bent over making his asshole talk saying, hi, do you have some banaka? Like, that was a great part of the movie. Don't worry, Daisy, I'm in drag too. Some people are ass all over. I know. I do not have a husband, Alan. The only Allen in my house is my Allen wrenches. That's it. I have one of every size because let me tell you something. If you guys have a dollar store, go to the dollar store and get that $1 package of Allen wrenches. They're really small. It's in a like little plastic sealable bag, and just get it. You have no idea how handy that sumbitch is. And if they have one of those little like screwdriver things that you could change the bit. It's just one screwdriver base and then you can change the bit each time. Get one of those, put it in your car. You will never, ever, ever regret it. Even if you never use it, it's $1 a piece. But trust me, they come in handy. Oh my goodness. They come in handy. They don't take up room. Because they never give you never find the right Allen wrench when you're looking for it. These are like all on a little like on a keychain ring. Just do that. Get that and you'll be good to go. I've had one for like 10, 15 years. I use it all the fucking time. He tried everything but the race card to justify what he did. Did you see what Fannie Willis did? She not only again played the race card, she played the woman card. They don't know you. They don't understand a black woman that we are not gonna back down. I am not gonna back down as a black woman. I am gonna fight. But why does it have to be about a black woman? Why we don't? How come they like to call all of us racist? Why can't I call them racist? Because they're like, these white people, that's racist. I don't give a fuck that you think it's not, that you think you feel entitled to use that friggin' kind of vocabulary. Fuck you. You're no different than me. Cut me, cut you. We both gonna bleed. And guess what? It's gonna be red. It's all the same. You're racist. No, you're racist. You know how many times I've been like, oh, you white. I hate being called white girl. First of all, I'm Italian. Second of all, who the fuck are you to call me white girl? Am I walking around throwing slurs at you? No. Why? Because it's rude. It's rude and it's uncouth, and I'm better than that. Why can't you be better than that? Like, oh, these white people, but that's not racist? Shut up. Of course it is. Of course it is. And believe me, when I was filling out all that damn paperwork, I was tempted to put that I was Puerto Rican. I mean, I could literally like put Puerto Rican. I've had Puerto Rican in me. Shit. I carried 2 half Puerto Rican babies. I could put down Native American because they both have that Taino Indian in them. So I could put that shit down. Why not? I'll check all the motherfucking boxes. The Irish, yup. German, yup. What else? I really didn't go too much outside of that. It's like Italian, Hispanic, different Hispanics, and mostly Puerto Rican. I mean, I'm going to be honest. Native American, German, Irish. There you go. Everybody's covered. So whatever I've had, whatever DNA I've absorbed, I should be able to write on that fucking thing. Check, 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 check. But no, I have to do either prefer not to say or white. And if you put prefer not to say, they just assume you're white. And they're like, what do you mean prefer? We need to know. Then why'd you put the option, asshole? Oh, I hate the government. Ah, da, da, da. Dragging these nuts. Fanuc is a psyop. Not my Fanuc. Fanuc is a psyop. I mean, trannies, I think, are a psyop. Shelly, if we're boycotting Tyson and you or anyone for that matter lives near a BJ's wholesale, you said BJ. It's a mood of it. Their in-house brand, Wellesley Farm, is incredible quality and quantity for an affordable price. Oh, there is a BJ's like half a mile from my house. Right over in Jersey City, the next town over. But it's literally like right, like maybe like 7 or 8 blocks from me. It's just I'd have to pass the Holland Tunnel to get there. It makes it a little difficult. They do have DoorDash, I believe. Or is it Instacart? I think it's Instacart. I forget. But yeah, I'll look into that. Thanks, Pete. I will look into that. Last hello, sweetie. I now got twin pups, and I've been thinking about you a lot. Aw, you both are twinning. Aw, that's so cute. Last I checked, the prices here in Florida, Wellesley Farms Angus beef. I thought that said anus beef. Angus beef meatballs are like an 8-pound bag for like 26-ish bucks. Nice. You realize I would never buy any meatballs from anywhere, right? I'm Italian. What is wrong with you? Like, it's not gonna happen. Meatballs are supposed to have beef, pork, and veal in them. Eggs, breadcrumbs, fresh breadcrumbs, which is a misnomer because I grind up old Italian bread, like stale Italian bread, that I purposely put in the oven to make stale so that I can make breadcrumbs. Just haven't bought them for myself lately. Nice. T3, do cannibals consider homeless people as free range? I mean, I would think so. They're not, well, especially if they live in this country, they're grass fed or at least grass smoked. Made you laugh. Yes, you did. And the runners are fast food. Janus is the homie. Rolling with the homie. Silly Michelle. YouTube is installed. Is installed native on every phone you buy these days. The spyware is automatic. That's why there's no spyware anymore. The op is the spyware. Oh no, I know. You notice there's no like malware. Remember when there was like that there was an open source malware program that you could just download for free if you could go to like the open source platforms or whatever. And it literally got rid of like every freaking threat in your computer. It would find the Trojan worms and whatever, like Trojan viruses, everything, and just yanked them right out. Nobody uses it anymore because everything is a virus. The whole system is a virus. So it's just like, Oh, I really do miss the smell of my late husband's cooking. I thought you were going to say you miss the smell of your late husband. I was like, oh, that's a hormonal thing. But anyway, it's true though. Did you know that if a woman has cramps and she smells like her partner, like her chosen partner, if she likes him, if she doesn't like him, it doesn't work. But if she is still like attracted and loves her partner, if she smells his scent off his skin, it will stop her cramps or at least greatly reduce them. Did you know that? It's a thing. It's a scientific thing. Because your body calms down when you smell your mate. Shelly's got bars. Shelly's always got bars. I got bars on the windows. Like, you just can't see them. Finnick threatened me as well. No, he didn't. Angry conservative. The Democrats are running scared right now because of the hearing that's going on. I know. I can't wait to go watch it. I figure that'll knock me out for sure. Shelly, I'm so sorry you're going through the SS bullshit. My mom went through and it was so disheartening. If you need any help with the paperwork, IDM. Okay. I deal with lots of HIPAA protected info for my job. Oh, and you're so sweet. Thank you. That was very nice of you. I appreciate that. I do. I'm good. I filled all the shit out. Everything is ready to go. I'm just waiting for my son to come out and take it down to the mailbox. They do have democracy in Congress. That's what they want. Yeah, well, in Congress, they have no fucking rules. It's all, you're not supposed to talk. It's my turn to talk. Like, it's very like fifth grade. I can't. There's such little bitches in Congress. That's the best joke. Oh my God. Fanook. Mexico will take back the Mexican nationals as far as the 142 other countries they come from. If they don't tell us where they go, we throw them in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I'm down with that. I think the fish need new food. Fuck it. Allegedly. God. Allegedly, I believe that, even though splish splash, bitches. That's right, and you splish splash. Splish bath, because your ass needs a bath. Look, Sharky. Oh, it's a feeding frenzy. Don't they look happy? Look, they're screaming for joy. What? You go near an amusement park, everybody's screaming. You throw a bunch of them into the, water and they get eaten by sharks. A bunch of them is screaming. I don't really see the difference. Somebody's looking at this in a very negative way. I say turn it positive. Don't be such a Debbie Downer. Yeah, I lived that outsider moved to a small town. Don't need to watch. I know firsthand the corruption. Oh, same. I didn't know that like government could not be corrupt. Like I've never witnessed it ever. I grew up in Hoboken. Like that's just how it was. Like it's not what you do, it's who you know. I was just talking about you. We're a constitutional republic. Okay, yes. Okay, I'm also on Xanax and have had no sleep. So whatever I misspoke, I apologize. I miss you though. I hope you're doing well. You're supposed to be non-techie. Bad Ellie. But I forgive you. Mwah. Lady Awesome, I'm a small southern town. Yep. How far? I'm only 15 minutes behind. Elon Musk is trying to put chips in your brain. Fuck that guy. Listen, if Elon Musk could put a chip in my daughter's brain that would give her a better quality of life and fix her, I would actually step up to be the goddamn guinea pig. Say, do it to me first. And if it kills me, then don't do it to her till it's done. But if he could do it, sign her ass up. I don't care if she's part robot. If she can have a better life, I'll sign up for that. 28 years of not being able to grow up, like, that's not fair. That's not a life. No matter how hard I've tried, I still feel like she's just been horribly cheated. If I can rectify that, then I will. I don't care what the fucking risk. Or he's more insane than Bill Gates. Not sure yet. I know I'm on the fence, but I keep hoping that he's better. I'm so glad you didn't say Ben Shapiro or Jordan Peterson or Stephen Chowden. Yeah, no, I get vibes off who I like. Jordan Peterson. I like what he says 30% of the time. Like I don't ascribe to anybody's full doctrine of what they're pushing, but I'll take bits and pieces, the parts that make the most sense, the parts that are common sense that I had thought about, some parts that make me go, oh, I get it. Like those little tidbits that light something up in my brain that make me see things more clearly. That's what I hang on to and I take away from them. Everybody has little pearls of wisdom to give. But I'm not going to sign up for your whole bullshit diatribe. Like I'm not doing the whole hook, line, and sinker thing. I might nibble here or there, but hook, line, and sinker, no. And you said I have the water poops. Oh, I haven't eaten real food for a few days. Sorry, TMI, but I want a freaking sandwich or something. Girl, that's how I was last week with the migraine. Once the migraine went away, my body was like, no, we're not eating. What's wrong with you? Like we just been through it, bitch. You are not eating. I didn't have the trots. I just couldn't stop throwing up. But yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what did the trick for that? A big old fucking London broil. That's what I did. I cooked up a whole freaking London broil. I cut it into pieces. And every time I ate like 6 to 8 ounces of that fucking London broil and nothing else. And it fixed me right up. I must ask you a question. Yes. Well, see, here's the thing. They did that word redefinition here. When they say our democracy, you mean the establishment's full authority and control. Yep. This isn't democracy. This is anal sex. Yeah. Without the lube. I know. It's the government shoving their way into your life in a way that makes your eyebrows fucking catch fire. Yeah. I know. Been there, done that. Did anybody watch that docu-series on Nickelodeon? No. Send it to my DMs. I'm always looking for stuff to look at. It was in the ID channel. I think it's also on the HBO Max. Oh, good. If you find the link, send that to me. I have HBO Max. It's 4 episodes called Quiet on the Set. Let me write that down. Where'd my pen go? Listen, hour and a half sleep, and I'm all drugged up. So, what was quiet on the set? Quiet on the set. Quiet on the set. That would never work with me around. I can't be quiet. And it's got the tangerine president. Sweet. Haven't seen it, but I'll check it out. I will definitely check that out. Thank you very much. I watched this thing on what the hell was it on Prime? Was it on Prime? Might have been on Amazon Prime. It just came out, I think, was it last year? Maybe, I don't know. It was this documentary on like how JFK really died, like what really happened. And it was so far afield. It was really interesting to watch though, because the shit these people come up with. They're trying to say like that the Zapruder film was spliced and it was treated at certain points and it was altered, and that wasn't really JFK. Like JFK was in the car, but when you saw him put his arms up to his neck and lower his head, he wasn't holding on to a throat wound. He was putting a squib attached to his temple, and then Jackie leaned over and pulled the string and the squib exploded, and that's why she wasn't like concerned about him, because the metal plate went flying back and she had to get the evidence, and and that he didn't really die, but he was really, really sick, and the mob was after him, and like the rest of like the Democratic Party that he wasn't doing what they wanted, they were after him, so he faked his own death, and it was a whole thing. And it was just like, it was such an odd take on the whole thing, but I recommend watching it because it really was something to see. I was just like, holy shit, who comes up with this crap? Like, is there just somebody sitting around going, let's just make conspiracy theories, documentaries forever? We can make this one about this one. Oh my God, what if aliens came down and he was just a meat suit? Like, there's all sorts of shit out there, but it was really good. It was very entertaining, horribly inaccurate, but very entertaining. I like shit like that because I laugh through the whole thing. It pulls the curtain back on what's going on during Nickelodeon's heyday in the late 90s, early 2000s. Oh my goodness. So I've liked to watch that. I used to love Nickelodeon. You can't do that on television. When they say, I don't know, and then the green slime would like descend. That was amazing. That was a disgusting fucking show, though. My grandmother hated it. Chef? She hated that show. Oh my goodness. With the dirty chef that was with the whole it was disgusting. Wolfram Lopes back in. Where'd you go? Did you have to I don't know, did you need a tinkle or something? What's going on? Bars on the windows, padding on the walls, matching the padding on my walls. Bars on the windows, padding on the walls. Me screaming, help me down my holes. Mimsy, it really verified my feelings on why I didn't let my oldest daughter get into any of that. She was scouted and pulled out right before going to LA for a screen test. Oh, wow. Yeah, you got to be super careful with that shit. They take advantage of these kids like it's nothing. Oh, that's great, Les. I'm glad it validated what you already suspected. Love that. Yep. No, you got to love those mommy instincts. They promised her part in Nickelodeon of Disney show. And I was like, that could mean anything. Yeah. Oh, good. Now I have something to watch later. Yeah, but he wants to network them and create a brain slave army. We're already too close to that. I agree. But again, if she could spend a couple years just on her feet and traveling and experiencing life, I'll sign her up for it. I don't care. I don't care what they did to me. You could enslave me the rest of my life. Take care of my kids. Like, that's all I want. I lived my life. I lived a huge life. I shoved so much living into the years that I've had that I want them to experience that. And they're never going to get my experience. Like, never. The world is way too different. And I feel like they missed out on so much because the world changed so much. But I would give up the rest of my years for their happiness. I would. From the bottom of my soul, I would. But that's not going to happen. Because life don't work out that way. They're just going to have to, play the hand they're dealt. My job to make sure that they're better players than they are losers. But if they lose, don't be a sore one. Turn that frown upside down. You could turn any lose into a win. Because we're all winning. My daughter usually throws around that she could have been another Miley. So thankful I trusted my gut. Yeah, we all see how Miley turned out for all those years, right? With the freaking, that weird. Anybody else remember that performance that she did with the Fire Marshal Bill or whatever who was that when Jim Carrey was on In Living Color? He played like that weirdo ballerina, like bodybuilder thing with the little pigtails on top. That's what she reminded me of when she was doing the song. She was on stage. There was that huge teddy bear, and she had that big ass foam hand finger thing that she was like rubbing herself off on. And who was she up there with? That Thick, not Alan Thick. What the hell's his name? His son. They were doing Blurred Lines. I'm sure they were doing blurred. I would have to do a couple hundred blurred lines before I ever got onto a stage looking like that. Jesus Christ. That was disturbing. Not me. I have great big meteorites of wisdom, not little pearls. There's so many jokes there, Darth. I can't even with you right now. I can't even. So I'm gonna take a page from the good book and just not fucking say a word. Wolf Candor, pumpkin will help with constipation or diarrhea. Keep it in the house for the dogs. You can eat it right out of the can, no prep. You can eat it out of the can. I don't recommend it. At least add a little cinnamon or nutmeg, because you could also add it to whatchamacallit? Like throw a little flour and you can make like pumpkin muffins and stuff like that. JFK was murdered by central bankers that represent the Fed. Fuck out of here. I mean, I'm saying this was a outlandish, like a mockumentary. They meant it to be serious, but it was fucking hilarious. It was like watching Ancient Aliens or some shit where you just look at them and go, somebody paid you for this bullshit? I am in the wrong profession. What? Having a brain and integrity are not tantamount to being successful. You need to be dumb and a sellout to be successful. Go for it. Just go ahead. But those things, they make me laugh. Sometimes I just can't take things seriously. I just need to watch something that's just so outlandish. I'm like, really? Really? Who pitched this? How many people in that room were high when you pitched this and it got approved? I don't get it. What, were you in the back of a 7-Eleven? Were you in an alley doing the meeting? I mean, what the fuck? Because no way did this shit happen at a table with serious people. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. Nerd, got to do a lunch run. Love y'all. Bye, nerd. Love you. Wolfram, I had an annoying interrupting work meeting, Shelly. Oh God. You mean those things they pay you for? How dreary. Scratch that. No lunch run. Why? Is it raining? Are you made of sugar? You gonna melt? Stop calling everyone Fanook. Fanook, 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 Fanook. Fanook. Fanunculo. That's what it really is. It's a fanunculo. I got to see the Knicks studios in Orlando before they shut it down. Oh, that's cool. They have that stupid Dream Mall here, the American Dream Mall. I think that's what it's called. Right next to what used to be Giant Stadium and the racetrack. I mean, it's still a stadium and a racetrack, but it's like MetLife or some bullshit. They have a whole Nickelodeon thing in there. And like it's this whole indoor amusement park and everything. And thank God, as soon as they finished it, we had to go into isolation because I was like, I cannot afford to take my children to this motherfucker. Because if Connor had wanted to go, which I doubt, he doesn't like crowds, which is like, but oh my God, the pricing was ridiculous. I was like, that's like 2 paychecks. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, why would I want to spend that much money inside at a mall? Why? Like, I just didn't see the point. But they have one of them here for Nickelodeon. And it's just like, yeah, no. And I brought it up with Connor a while after, and I was like, well, they have it. He was like, yeah, I don't want to go there. He's like, if we go anywhere, I'd rather just go to an arcade. He was like, you can go to Dave and Buster's. We could go to like Sports World, or because they have a whole bunch of indoor, video game stuff there. He was like, or we could just go down the shore and go on the boardwalk. It was like, but I don't need to go to that mall. Like, it's like, I just don't want to. Okay, no problem. And he's here, man is here. Everybody's saying hi. Weird AI's W or Weird Al. I can't tell. And this is why I will never be successful in the realm of popularity amongst the dipshits. Same. Nope, just my brother decided to go. Oh, that's nice. I haven't eaten since yesterday, so I don't know what I'm gonna eat. But I know that my stomach was shot this morning talking to these fucking Social Security fucks. I couldn't like. And they talk to you like you're the stupid one. I'm like, no, I understand how accounting works. Do you? Like, do you understand the difference between bi-weekly and bi-monthly? Because I don't think you do. Do you understand the difference between every 2 weeks and twice a month? Because there's a difference. Like they don't. They're like, what? It's every 2 weeks? No, every 2 weeks sometimes equals 3 times a month. I hate to tell you. Like that's just how it works. Like. And that's when y'all fuck me up and say I made more money than I did, and it's not true. And then we spend 2 years fighting about it, and then you have to hand me over a check, and you're all bitter about it because you cheated me before. If I swear to God, I wish I could do accounting for the government. They would be so fucked because I was so good at accounting. I knew where every penny was. I knew where it went, where it belonged. Everything was accounted for. I was in charge of the profit loss for a global multi-billion-dollar company. So like I had that shit down. These people do not know how to balance crap. Sadly, the Olnick studios are now offices and storage space, and no one's allowed to go there. Of course not. That's where that's where they house the people before they ship them out. With the new Ghostbusters coming out, I'm so tempted to order a proton pack from Amazon. It's like $260. Oh my God. I mean, if you have disposable income, yeah, spend it on whatever the fuck you want. It's not like you got a wife or kids. You can indulge. But just remember, when you spend that $260 and something happens to your car, you know where your $260 went. And it ain't toward your car. So you get to sit home and play with your proton pack, but you ain't going anywhere else. Next week, I get to sleep until 7:30 a.m. instead of getting up at 5. Ooh, look at you, Inya. Us moms call that sleeping late. I got to sleep late this morning. What time did you get up? 7 o'clock. I was going to do a short. I think I'm going to do shorts on stuff like that, like how to get out of the house on time. Because I'm never late for anything. Even now with the like limited mobility. But like when I had 2 kids to get off school, I was never late for work. They were never late for their bus or for school. Ever. Like my shit runs on a schedule. Now I have no schedule. I don't even know what fucking day it is right now. Wednesday. I just looked it up before. I remember. Wednesday. I bought some matzo ball soup from the deli and I can't even eat the bowls. Girl. Mm. So I'm going to have the broth. Too bad. Honestly, the best broth when you have like tummy upsets, the best combination for me is the soup from wonton soup. Without the wontons, I don't eat the wontons. But that Chinese broth, like the Chinese soup broth from the wonton soup, and a bag of sourdough pretzels. There's something in sourdough, especially like the Hanovers, the Snyders of Hanover. There's something in sourdough pretzels, the combination of that with salt, that really settles your stomach and absorbs everything, and you won't have the trots near as much. I'm not going to do it, but I'm still tempted. Whatever. Proton packs are, at least not a neutron pack. You going to teach people how not to be lazy as fuck? I mean, I would love to teach people how to get off their ass and get their shit together. I was good at it. When I had full mobility and functionality, I was really good. My life ran like a well-oiled machine. Like, it was, everything had a time. Boom, 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 boom. And time waits for no fucking man. Now I'm losing months at a time. And I'm like, but what the hell did I do with my time? Like nothing. I existed. I'm not living. I'm existing. Until I can live again. Hey, nerd, and all those old gremlins need a lot of work. Save your money. Oh, hi, Winning. How you doing, honey? I'm a little altered. I took 2 Xanax. At different times, like an hour and a half apart. But anyway. Highly doubt anyone will learn that lesson because they're lazy as fuck. It's not even about, it doesn't take extra effort. It just takes a good phone with alarms. I mean, you could literally train yourself to do things on time. I have a Grand I know it's a Grand Prix, but for a guy to be like, I have a Grand Prix, well, don't you love yourself? And it's an old piece of shit. You have a Grand Prix and it's old piece of shit. That's not a good combination. Hey, Winning. He's not a Finook. He's all man. You leave him alone, my honey. You, Janus. It's like those lightsabers from Disney. No freaking way. They're way too expensive. They sell them at the fair every year for $10 if you wait till the end. I mean, they're shit quality, but it's a toy. Listen, it's not a good lightsaber unless you make the noise. That's half the fun. Zoop, 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 zoop. Like, you got to make all the noises. That's the fun part. You can always cover up with a blanket better than being hot. What happened? You can always cover up what? Honey, I'm a little I'm a little stunad today. You can always cover up with a blanket better than being hot. Cover what up? That's how you spell it, Grand Prix. I know, but it's pronounced Grand Prix, which, that's just unfortunate. Hiding your shame over here, BB. Who's BB? BB? BB. Yeah, I was chilling at 58 degrees because that's cold. My apologies. That was for Puffer. Okay. You confused me, girl. Lass is here. I gotta play it. I gotta play it.
I deserve good things. I am entitled to my share of happiness. I refuse to beat myself up. I am an attractive person. I am fun to be with.
Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me.
That's for her because she loves that one. And I like to make her happy. Puffer, we woke up in the 60s this AM, but 58. I'm telling you, it was like 42 degrees outside here. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Here's a snuggly blanket. I am so glad that Winning and I got Mr. Malloy that big oversized hoodie, the fleece one that's like super size. It's like Sherpa on the inside and like that real soft velvety fleece on the outside. Man, he wore that thing a lot this winter. Every time I looked at it, I was like, "Oh, look at him in his blue tie dye." I'm glad I got it because he said last year that it was cold in there. Even with the heat right next to him, it just comes right through the walls. So I worry about Mr. Malloy. Yeah, he's a good one. Lately, he's been talking about Scientology, so I can't hang out because that shit gives me a headache. But like, I go in, I leave my like, and I leave. I like sleeping in the cold. I don't know. Been cleaning the house and forgot. Oh, I like sleeping. Well, I don't like it to be hot in the room, but I prefer to sleep naked anyway. But which I haven't done in like years because children. But no, I don't like a cold room, but I'd rather it be cool enough that if I want one blanket, two blankets, three blankets, I'm not gonna like overheat. And I really don't like if the weighted blanket makes you hot. Like it's just hot. So you gotta be careful. Dart said, I mean, if you're referring to me, I'm a pinnacle of the Rumble community and I have no shame in that. There you go. He keeping it down on Rumbles. Wolfram! Look at you. Gifted 5 memberships. Look at you. Who got them? Strugats. All right. I really, really hate the YouTube live today because it doesn't want me to. There we go. All right. That went out to John Cummin. You'll fuck me up with these goddamn with these names. Jennifer W. Volstorm got one. The Cut Up Girl and Liza Jean Williams. Who's Liza Jean Williams? I don't know who that is, but welcome. Thank you very much for that, Wolfram. You're very sweet. So let's see. We got to play it again. So I want to thank Wolfram first. Wait.
You've been there through thick and thin. You're the reason that I always win. I'm gonna take a minute to clearly say I love and appreciate you every day.
You're so sweet. And now for those new members, here we go.
Welcome to the madhouse, we be running muck. Keep it all real and we don't give a fuck. World gone crazy, we here dancing in the rain. Welcome to Shelly's house, we just a little bit insane. Bring your real self, I ain't asking for more except one thing, leave your bullshit at the door.
My picture will be replaced as soon as Winning goes and does those jumping booby things for me that match them. I don't want like the jumping, like, like on the trampoline booby. I want like romantic, like pretty boobies. Like, something more feminine. I mean, boobies are feminine, but I want it like a nice to go with the music. Puffer said, I have a blanket obsession. Again, thank you, Wolfram, very much. You're very sweet. I appreciate it. Yay. So we got 10 new members today. That's amazing. You guys are the best. You really are. I love you guys. Puffer, I have a blanket obsession. I think that's why I do. Girl, I have fleece blankets, Sherpa blankets. I have velvet blankets. I have woolen blankets. The only thing I don't have anymore, and I can't wait to move down south so I can go to a Goodwill and buy them, army blankets. My favorite blanket growing up was this dark green army blanket that my cousin had brought back when he came back from serving. I loved that goddamn thing. It was scratchy and whatever. I didn't care. I put a sheet on first, then that on top. It was heavy and warm and perfect. I miss that. Pinnacle, more like pimple. Oh, for goodness sake. boys get along. Or don't. I don't care. Mimsy. Y'all been so sweet with the super chats and memberships today. Thank you for supporting the channel in 3T. T3. God damn you, Nick. Shit. T3. I got my own name wrong. Some bitch. Anyway, you are so very welcome. You're such a sweetie. Y'all are really good to me. I appreciate each and every one of you. I do. Because today really sucked. It really did. I got it all settled, but I'll be damned. This government is trying to kill me. I'll be perfectly honest. I was terrified yesterday when I had that panic attack. I've never had a panic attack where I was hyperventilating and having an asthma attack at the same time, and I had no paper bags around. I started crying, so my nose was running and my eyes were like, tearing up, and I'm crying and my head hurt, and then my blood pressure shot up and I couldn't fucking hear anything from the blood rushing in my ears. And I'm just like, oh God, please don't. And then the pain in my chest with the pain going down my left arm. I was like, please don't let me die here. Please, 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 please. Like, I just did my nails yesterday. Please don't let me die now. Like, that would be such a waste. Because the morticians take that shit off. So it's like, you're going to burn me anyway. Just leave my nail polish alone. Wow, that was a morbid thought. Whatever. That's where my brain goes. Whatever. Wolf from Hyatt 3T. That's what Nick calls me. And fucking Joe started doing it too. I was like, God damn it. I'm going to kick Nick's ass. I swear to God. Always calls me 3T. I'm like, I am not a toddler shirt. Can you call me by my name? But yeah, so that was my morning. That was my afternoon, my night, and my morning. So you can all thank Mr. Reality over here for keeping my ass calm and talking me back down. He said, just breathe. He took that real well. I was like, you're going crazy, females. But no, I needed that. I needed my handheld. He's good at that. So Mimsy, those type panic attacks are scary as hell, no joke. Yeah, because it came out of nowhere. I literally opened the envelope, read the first like 2 lines, and was like, I couldn't. Like, everything just, it felt like everything caved in on me at once. Death the day after nails. That's fucking sick, right? Like, but I do my own nails. And I was so mad. I did my nails and I'm like, I fucked up on the one and I'm like, where's my nail polish remover? And I can't find it. It's under the desk and I can't reach it. It's like, son of a bitch. Okay, I need, nail polish remover. She's like, I don't have any. Bitch, I just bought you, like last year, I just bought you a big ass bottle. I don't have it anymore. Like, I don't get it. Like, one thing of nail polish remover will last me 10 years. And I do my nails often. And I used it. On what? Did you drink it? Like, what the fuck, man? It's so weird. I found a whole bunch of stuff, though, when I was looking for the nail polish remover. I was like, oh, look, this is where the new makeup is that I bought that I haven't worn yet. Okay, put that on the side. Look. Oh, look, a new thing of hair dye. Put that on the side. Oh, there's a hairbrush I couldn't find. That on the side. Because you got to understand, when I say I couldn't find my hairbrush, it's not like my hair went unbrushed. I have like 30 fucking brushes for my hair. But, each one has a different function. That I wanted my bristle hairbrush with the big flat wooden handle. Because my hair just turns out better with that. And I finally found that. I was like, oh my God, yay. I haven't done my nails since I moved. It's in a box. Oh, well, I know. That's the thing. Like, everything I need is put away somewhere to try to create this illusion of room in my house. I have my grandmother's crystal champagne glasses still wrapped up, still in the original box that I put them in, that I packed them in when I moved from Hoboken to Kansas. And then from Kansas back to Hoboken. They have been packed up and they're in my closet in the same boxes since 2002. All right. I literally have not touched the boxes, moved the boxes, or anything in 22 years. That's how long I've lived in this fucking apartment. It's ridiculous. Jacob, yes, Jacob Peets is here. Jacob Castro is here. They're all here. The whole gang's here. All my lovies. Mi la familia. Te amo. Or as I was told, it's nicer to say, ti voglio molto bene. I paisanas. Yeah. That's it. So now all I have to do is eat something and nap. Because an hour and a half is not enough. I realized I just couldn't sleep. Could not sleep. I couldn't stop thinking about it. But at least it's all done. I talked to everybody I had to talk to. I filled out everything I had to fill out. Now my son's just got to mail it. And I'm good to go. Puffer, I have way too many plates because I packed so far in advance. I didn't realize I already got myself some. Then I got my grandmother's stoneware set. I love stoneware. I have stoneware sets. I have really good china. I have my grandmother's china with like the gold painting around the outside of it and everything. Like they're super expensive. They're all packed up. I haven't touched them in, again, 20 years. Most of like the expensive stuff I have, I knew I had children. I was like, I'm not taking that shit out. I don't have a china closet. And if I did, I'm sure my son would have broke it when he was little because he was always throwing shit or climbing shit. But yeah, no. So like when I get my house, one of the things I have to get is a china closet so that I could put my grandmother's dishes and everything on display. I have a 50-year-old painting of my great grandparents' house. I was so grateful it survived the hurricane. Aw, that's nice. That's nice, nerd. Yeah, there's a painting on one wall of Merlin with Camelot in the background, and he's like on this mountainside that's like Moorish. Like he's in like the moors with like the clouds close to the ground and everything because it's all misty and whatever. My mother painted that. It's fucking gorgeous. It's not centered in the frame, which drives me insane. But, these are things you got to deal with. I literally talk to you guys, sit here and stare at it, and I try to mentally move it up and center in the frame in my mind, that it never works. On the other wall, I have a seascape of the ocean hitting like this rocky jetty and whatever that I found downstairs. Somebody threw it out and I took it because it was beautiful. There was nothing wrong with it. And they just didn't like it. And it came with this beautiful walnut frame and it's gigantic. So I took it. That went up on my wall the very first month that I lived here. And behind me, I have what looks like a kind of like a Colorado kind of like mountainscape, but with like all trees on the sides and like this big brook or like lake going through it or whatever. And it's a little snowy and whatever. My uncle did that one. That was actually a birthday present for me. And that's the extent of the paintings in my house. Everything else is pictures. I have pictures of my kids all over, picture of me with my kids all over. I had made this beautiful collage. All right, so I have this theory. The minute I put a picture of someone that I care about that's not a blood relation to me up on a wall somewhere, there's a 3-month shelf life before I lose that person out of my life. I don't know what it is. It's like giving them a place of honor is also like giving them a deadline. Because as soon as they go up there, they get comfortable, then they get stupid, and then they got to go. So I try not to put too many people's pictures up that are not me and my kids. But on the side of my kitchen doorway, they had this old intercom system, and I really wanted to cover it up because it was ugly. It didn't work anymore. And it was just an eyesore. So I built this collage around it of like everybody in my life that I cared about. And it was so pretty. It was like a huge conversation piece. People would walk in, they'd see their picture, they'd get all happy. And then slowly but surely, like, they would fall off my life and fall off and fall off and fall off. And I was like, all right, take that picture down to the point where I now have, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 pictures are left up there. There was like over 100. And it's just me and my kids. Just me and my kids and a couple of the cats. That's it. Even the cats, like the 2 of them passed away. So it's like, but I had such a good time. I love doing stuff like that. I like turning my house into like this whole creative space. I've always done that. Before I got sick, I wanted to do like a mural. Because kind of had this thing about trees when he was, little. And I wanted to paint in the corner. I wanted to paint like a tree going up with like the leaves coming out, just as a centerpiece, just to have like a swing thing there. And, because it would look cute coming out over the kitchen table. And it was nice because my walls are plain. I mean, they're sand colored because I don't like the color white walls, but I thought it would be cute. And then I never got to do it. But I sit here and I look at that corner. I'm like, that really would have been the perfect place to put like that tree. I just wanted a big, like almost like a Winnie the Pooh kind of tree, like just that big, fantastical branching out thing. I thought it would be so pretty. I mean, I can see it even now. I see it in my head perfectly, but I just don't have the energy to do it. And now I don't have the room because everything is like in that corner. So it's like, crap, I could have been sleeping underneath a tree. Because that shit, I would have put that on the ceiling and everything. Like I would have made it feel 3D. I've done that kind of thing before, but I don't know. There's so many projects that I have in my head that I just can't do yet. Well, like I want my house. Damn it. I want my art room. I want a place where I can sew and, paint and, I can work with clay no, if I work with clay, it's going to be in a garage. But I mean, I want all that. I miss having that freedom. I'm very into expression of all sorts. So when I can't express myself artistically, I come here and all I do is talk because it's just another form of expression. But I do. I like creating things. I like making things better. Little things here and there to make the world just a little bit more beautiful. Because the world is ugly. It shows us its ugly face all the time now. And I just want some beauty. I want some positive, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Not fantasy. Some positive whimsy. Get it, Mimsy? Mimsy, whimsy. I love you, Mims. But I do. I want whimsy in my life. I don't want everything to be so goddamn dire. I was never like that. I was not the end of the world kind of girl. I was the, everything's coming down around you. I'm like, I'd go for the joke. I'd make you feel better. Sometimes it's really hard to do now because everything's just so bleak. I want to throw my whimsy back in. I want people to smile. I don't want heavy hearts all around. It's going to be okay. It really will. Everything we're going through, it will pass. But we got to do our parts. You got to put the work in. Nothing is for free. If it sounds too good to be true, it usually is, and nothing is for free. Those are the 2 things that I can live by that have never betrayed me. They have always been true. I miss my whimsy. I'm quirky as fuck, y'all. You have no idea. You just get my voice. You don't actually get to see the goofball that I am. Like, if you knew how many weird faces I pull when I'm talking to you guys, because that's what I'm very expressive. Someday I'm going to turn that camera on because I'm just not going to have a fuck to give anymore. I'll just be like, yep, here I am. So come talk to me. But that day is not today. Because I look ratchet as fuck today because I'm overtired. I have enough bags under my eyes right now to literally pack up my house and move to China. Like, it's terrible. Ah, Lord. We also have a huge antique mirror in our living room that my grandmother got in the 60s. One of those big rectangular ones, side to side rectangular. We had that in the kitchen. Well, not in the kitchen, in the dining room. Yep. At least you always knew what you looked like before you left the house. So one thing I know, if I break, my mom will disown me for real. For real, for real. My uncle took ours. Bastard. Making home is fun for me too. I got to get back to those interior design shows. Oh, girl, you never want to put me in front of a do-it-yourself project like video fest because I literally will turn that shit into my whole house. You'll have stripes in one room, vines in another. Like, I love doing that kind of stuff. I'm like, you know what? I literally, I'm that person who'll be sitting there and I'm like, I love that dresser. I could love it more though. And like strip all the paint off and repaint the whole fucking thing and change the knobs on it and everything. It's a whole new piece of furniture. I don't like to buy new furniture. I'd rather just, redo the ones that I got. Make it more me. I also want a craft room office too. Would be a place of respite for sure. Absolutely. That would be wonderful. I wouldn't have to be stressed at all. They'd be like, oh, what's the matter? Mommy's upset. Yeah, no, she's in her room. She's in her bedroom. No, she's in her craft room. Leave her alone. I'm sure she'll come out with I don't know, she'll make us a coat or something. Just wake up one day and I'm putting a new addition onto the house. I just felt like I'm making something. I like to build shit. I do. And I grew up in a gas station. Me and power tools we're a thing. And not for the reason that you perverts think. Perverts. I can't even talk. That you perverts think. H2, you need things around you that make you smile. Yeah. I mean, that's whatever makes your heart happy. That's my thing. It is comforting, Mimsy. It is. It's a rectangle, but it's got some fancy woodwork around the edges. Ours didn't have woodwork. It had metal bands around and it had swirls and everything etched into the additional panels that were along the top and the sides. But the fucking thing was huge. It was like, it had to be at least 6 feet wide and about 5 feet high. And it took up the entire wall. And underneath it was the server. Like the buffet server. And that's where the mail went. That's what you walked in and you instantly emptied your pockets. And I had a little thing that my uncle had made with a clothespin on it that would hold my mail. And it was just for my mail. And then he had one on the other side that was just for his mail. So grandma would go through the mail and she'd put my stuff there and she'd put his stuff there. And then in the middle, you had this big Pyrex, beautiful ceramic bowl that her mail went in and all the bills that had to be done, they were in there. And then you throw your keys in there, throw this in there, throw that in there. I was like, whatever. But the server had a glass tabletop to it on top of the wood. We had it. I think she had that glass for 30 years. And then one day I heard her. I was in the living room. She went to get something out of the closet that was right next to it. And she dropped this teeny tiny bottle of, believe it or not, nail polish. Small. It was like one of those little samples. And it hit the damn glass just right. And all you heard was, And I was like, what the fuck? Because it sounded like a gunfire. And I go running out, and she's just standing there red with just tons of tears. And I was like, what's the matter? And I looked, I was like, oh, that shit spider cracked. Like, it just shattered. But it stayed together. But the whole thing just exploded internally. And it was just, all you saw was just white lines everywhere, just hundreds and hundreds of white lines. And she was so upset. And I was just like, we'll get a new one. She was like, no. She never did get another one. She covered it with doilies. It was like, whatever. In my house, if it wasn't covered in glass or plastic, it was covered in doilies. Sometimes it was glass covered by plastic, covered by doilies. I shit you not. But like every table we had in the living room was made of glass. All glass. With like metal legs. I was like, yeah, because you're not asking for problems. Like it was a mirror on one part, and then she'd have nothing in between, and then the glass top. And it was like this is not a comfortable room for me. Because I'm a klutz. I drop shit all the time. What? Anyway, Alpo said, gotta go. Shit happening. Nice. Praise if you pray, but thoughts for my family. I will definitely pray for your family, honey. What's going on? Let me know in a little bit. I will say a prayer though. Good luck. Mimsy, my sister-in-law is an artist and jewelry designer and has room to create. She makes some beautiful stuff and it calms her too. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And you could sell it or you could just enjoy it yourself. You could pass it on. I love that kind of stuff. Yeah, prayers for your family for sure, nerd. Oh, it's almost 3:30. I've been going 3.5 hours. Ha! Okay. Which means I get to take a nap now. Awesome. All right. So I think this was a good stream. I'm really grateful for you guys. I really am. I really am. I don't know what I'd do without you guys. I really don't. Pupper Smiles, I had a glass living room set. You see the dust and everything. Mm-hmm. Glad to be rid of that. It was a bad decision. Yeah, I know. A lot of furniture, you're like, oh my God, you fall in love with it. And then you're like, this was not practical. Like, it's pretty, but it's not practical. We're grateful for you too, Shelly. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you all for the, being awesome mods, being awesome friends, for your, generosity, which I really appreciate. I love y'all. Thank you so much. You made me smile when I didn't think I was going to be smiling much today. So just know that I appreciate you. I love you. Chat is good. Chat is wise. And chat knows all. Until next time, I will see you guys on Friday. I believe Winning has a show tomorrow night, but he canceled tonight's because everybody needs a break every once in a while. But I do believe he has something going on Thursday night for Winning 2024. So I will see you there. I will be in the chat. And then we'll be doing my show. I'll be doing my show Friday morning. I'm also still working on like the thumbnails and everything for the show with me and Winning. So we're a week or two out from that. And I think that's going to be really helpful because it's going to be telling you guys the difference between big trauma and little trauma, like big T trauma and little T trauma and what it can do to you. And it's going to be a whole series. So I really think that you guys will enjoy that. And until then, let me just make sure I got everybody. Darth Hideous. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much. Sounds like Mama dialed herself again. Well, I hope that's the least of it or the most of it. I hope that's all she did. Any bye-bye. Guys can't get along. You know what? I think they just like poking at one another. It's a thing. Whatever. I love everybody. But I am grateful for you. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow night in Winning's chat or Friday morning. Till then, I will see you in the funny papers. Bye.
Jersey girl, I know that you're a Jersey girl inside. 4 a.m. at a diner, stop singing, living on a
And
prayer.
doggone it, people like me.
I'm thinking maybe you're a Jersey girl with all those highlights in your hair. No other girl can move like you. We pump our fists and right, it's true. And I don't care what they might say, they'll never get us anyway. So be my Jersey girl, and take a little ride with me tonight. And let's get dirty, girl. I know that you're a Jersey girl inside. The way you turn it up, turn me on, and then you take it off. Make it hot, make it loud. We'll wake the whole town. Jersey girl, I know that you're a Jersey girl inside.
Yeah, listen up. Let me tell you about a girl from Jersey. She was looking so fine with her hips so curvy. I wanna over down and see side lights and a boardwalk fight at the end of the night. Hey, hold up, got a situation, got condensation from the girl's gyration. She's hot like the girl next door with a tig gold bitties that I can't ignore.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
I'd be